Launching the dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
I think this speaks a lot to everything that everyone has known about you who's listened to this show for a long time. It tells so much, right? Where it's like, do you like cartoons? Like, no, it's fake. And they're goofing around. Like, get real people having real problems. And it's like, what about the Harlem Globetrotters? Like, they're having fun. Stop it.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach? No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak. And I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole. I'll keep it in the room. Stop breathing. It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
Bone is back from Hillbilly Land, which so glad to see you.
For people who don't know, Hillbilly Land is anywhere south of 270, basically.
Pretty much.
Like if you hit Obetz and south, Commercial Point might as well be Mobile, Alabama to Mike. That's
pretty much
all the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like parts of greater Cincinnati
Parts
that I think are okay. But most of it's just Hillbilly Land. I'm glad you're back.
I was down in Birmingham, Alabama for a little music festival. I'm glad to be back, though. I'll tell you what, it was a good weekend to be in the state of Alabama, buddy. That was a fun time watching old Vanderbilt take it to him.
A lot of tears?
Oh, you know what it was? It was just a lot of people walking around this music festival thinking, I don't have to worry about this because we're playing Vandy. And they check their phone, and then all of a sudden you see them go, oh, no. And you see panic, and then 3 or 4 people with little, Roll Tide shirts on get together and just be commiserating. It was a lot of fun for me to watch.
We have a big, girthy Tuesday show for you. Inside the NFL, all the news and notes you need coming up at 3:48. Rapid fire in the 4 o'clock hour. Game show in the 5 o'clock hour. What is the game, Boner?
Today's game is going to be Panda Trivia. Just giant Panda Trivia. You know why? Because I hate pandas.
Why?
I think they suck.
I didn't know that about you.
They're stupid. We're trying to save them. No. Let nature do what nature's going to do. The pandas are dumb. And I'll explain in this game. They're stupid.
Man.
Stupid pandas. Yeah, see, we're panicking all the time. The World Wildlife, WWF. Remember? They had to change the name of the wrestling company because of them. What's their logo?
I don't know if the
Panda.
The panda's to blame for that.
No, it is. I'm blaming the panda.
Okay.
But yeah, I have Panda Trivia for you coming up at 5:30.
Guardians shut out by the Tigers yesterday. Game 3 moves to Detroit tomorrow. Phillies and Mets, 5 o'clock today. Your team.
Yeah, well, that's a nice little run that they've been on so far. We'll see. This is, I think, their first home game they've had in 2 weeks. The Mets, they've been on the road.
Dodgers and Padres are the late game, which I'm looking forward to because they hate each other. Their fan bases hate each other, and there's going to be fights in the stands.
Well,
let's go.
Yes. By the way, that Guards game last night, too. I mean, how do you have that happen not how do you have it happen, but how gutting is that for you when you have your closer in who hasn't given up a home run in that type of situation, like ever, and he gives up a 2-run bomb?
Can't stop the Tigers,
3-run
man.
Bomb, sorry, 3-run bomb.
And they're big stars.
Yeah, that guy and that dude.
As Drupal Aholio, him. We talked about this when you were gone. The postseason payroll for the Detroit Tigers, do you know what it is?
I have no idea.
$18.8 million for the entire team. Javi Baez is hurt. He's gone. He makes $25 million, okay? Kenta Maeda, they brought in the offseason to be a starting pitcher. He was so awful, they didn't put him on the postseason roster.
Listen.
He's making $15 million. $18.8 million for the entire team, Bone.
Well, number one, Jerry Reinsdorf has an erection you can see from space right now. Because that is.
Well, and you know what?
He's like
you can't
18 million.
With that.
He's like 18 million. I didn't know we could go that low. I got to try that next time. What was I screwing around with like 25, 30 million? Let's get down to 18. See what happens.
I did see, then we'll move on to other things. But I did see, Diamond Sports Group has voided all their contracts with Reds, Guardians, and other Major League Baseball teams. Major League Baseball came out today and said, we're going to produce the games for next season.
That's big news for those teams, yeah.
So they're going to produce the games. And quite frankly, as a consumer, who do you care produces the game? The question is, where can I get them? And the answer is, we don't know yet.
Well, right. They are saying that, like, the way this worked previously is that Major League Baseball does all the negotiating for those teams to figure out where their deal's going to be. What they will not do is go to Diamond Sports Group when Diamond Sports Group says to, like, the teams that still have a contract with them, which isn't that the Reds?
Yes.
The Reds still have a year left.
Reds had a year left. Guardians were finished.
Right. So Major League Baseball will now be negotiating the Guardians deal for wherever they're going to end up, whatever they're going to do. That will become a Major League Baseball problem. The Reds are not yet Major League Baseball's problem because they have another year with this deal.
No, they voided the deal last week.
They voided that deal?
Diamond did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
they voided all of them except for the Braves, I think it was.
Yes,
right?
yes, they did. But then that doesn't matter because Major League Baseball can easily come back and say, sorry, I don't care that you're voiding this. You still owe us money, right? I mean,
no, because it's part of bankruptcy. They can void the deal, which they did.
Okay.
Their accountants showed we don't have any money to pay out these contracts, even though, of course, Sinclair, who owns Diamond, has plenty of money to pay out the contracts.
I feel like I'm remembering. Maybe I'm thinking of a different situation. I know there was a time where Major League Baseball, it feels like they looked at someone's contract and basically it was a similar thing where they said, yeah, we're not going to pay for that. And they said, well, too bad. We're going to find a way to get the money. So,
yeah, but that's done now.
I don't know how you can say that out of one hand when we've got news about Diamond Sports Group trying to do a deal on the other side. In either case, they're trying to get another sponsor in there. If they do that, we'll see where all this lands. The main bottom line here is that Guardians and Reds both have concerns about how this is all going to work.
They will be going elsewhere. That could be.
But where is elsewhere?
We don't know yet.
I'm saying what exists. It's not like there are other regional sports networks out there.
No, but they did this year for the Padres, the Rockies. They had local television options, and then some were placed on streaming-only platforms. Like the local CW channel may all of a sudden become the home of the Reds.
Sure. Okay, that'd be would be great.
Who the hell knows? MeTV may become the home of the Guardians, and people are all upset because Sven Guli's not on. I can't watch Leave It to Beaver at 11 o'clock.
Sven Guli?
Sven Guli. You ever watch that?
No. I don't know what that is.
The dude in the makeup. Rich Coase is his name.
I don't even know who that is.
He dresses up. He's like male Elvira.
Oh, no.
And he doesn't show...
To each their own.
He doesn't show you breastises. There's none of that.
Well, now I won't watch.
He's just some creepy-looking dude with makeup on and a top hat, and he hosts really bad B scary movies.
Oh, okay.
And shares them with you.
So it's campy.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's correct.
Fine. I did see this note that it appears the games for the guards will be, like we said, somewhere and on MLB TV, but the agreement will likely remove local blackouts.
It has to.
Right.
Yes.
So for those of you who've had issues with that in the past, or if you had a package and it was, I can't get the guards here, that's all going to go away.
Yeah.
So that's very nice.
Yeah.
And presumably with the Reds, that will soon be the case too.
They're also going to rebrand all this stuff too. The Bally's stations will, I guess, stay on, at least for the time being, but they're not going to be called Bally's anymore. They're going to have a partnership with FanDuel.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's where I'm still confused because Bally's going away, but not. Reds deal is voided.
No, they're done.
What,
they're not doing any work with them anymore.
Okay.
Diamond Sports Group gone.
Okay.
In terms of Major League Baseball.
I thought all that was happening there was they were just renegotiating the amount of money that was going to happen. Of course, Major League Baseball would then say pound sand,
right,
and then they
exactly.
would just take it in. But technically, there is a year agreement left. Okay.
Yes. All right, what was I saying?
FanDuel's going to rebrand for Bally Sports.
Who cares? Monday Night Football last night. Chiefs beat the Saints, stay undefeated. Kareem Hunt back from the dead. Your guy. It's like he never left.
Sure, my guy.
Well, I mean, for a while he was your guy.
Sure.
He's ninja kicking people on the field. Remember that?
And elsewhere, depending on who you believe.
Well, no, that's pretty verified.
What your eyes show you that he was doing, yes. But hey, you know what? He goes back to the Chiefs and he can play great again. Let him live. What a shock. Is it shocking to you, Mike, that a guy who can play great for the Chiefs, like before, is now great again with the Chiefs? Doesn't surprise me.
Well, he was great for a week. He was good for a week.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens after that.
By the way, how'd you like those Saints uniforms with the black helmet?
Not my favorite.
I mean, again, it doesn't look like the Saints, but if we're just judging it on how a uniform looks, I think it's a sharp-looking uniform.
If that team showed up, I'd say that's not bad.
Yeah.
But I happen to really like the Saints' regular uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think that they're better than that.
No. I just feel like when I watched those games, it felt like last night the Chiefs were playing a team from any given Sunday, or like, one of those football movies where they don't have the real teams. They couldn't get the rights from the NFL, so they put other teams in there. That's what it kind of felt like.
The Jets have fired their head coach today, Robert Saleh. He is dead. They're 2-3 on the season.
I saw some Jets fans, because what is his record overall? It's
20-36.
Yeah, that's bad. But people saying, well, wait, after 5 games, how are you going to judge so quickly? My issue always with teams that do this in the middle of a season, especially this early, because this is extremely early to me. 5 games in, you're done with him. You obviously didn't think he was the guy this offseason. You had major concerns about it. Rather than letting it play out and then firing him 5 weeks in, why wouldn't you either let this continue and just see what you get the rest of the season? Because I don't think you're salvaging this. If 2-3 is so egregious that you have to fire someone, then what do you think is going to come through that door and fix it? Who are you hiring? You're not hiring anybody now. You're going to have to wait till the offseason. So you're going to promote from within, and you're going to get what? Probably at best, you'll be about 500. Like I'm saying, it's not like his performance this year as a head coach was, oh man, they're 0-5 and they haven't won a game. Maybe they've underperformed what they should have, but I don't think the next guy is going to come in and just, well, now they're going to go on an 8-game winning streak and get to where we thought they would be.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers said, fire this guy. Woody Johnson said, fine, I'll do whatever you say, Mr. Ayahuasca.
That's probably what happened.
Or perhaps, now I know they named the defensive coordinator the interim guy, which always makes sense too. You got an offensively inept team. Let's make the defensive coordinator the interim head coach.
Usually the best way to go.
Bill Belichick's sitting out there. Wow. This could be the time.
So,
he almost coached the Jets before.
Yeah, but you'd have to get him off the couch and decide that he wants to go do it. Right now, he
wants to do it.
Oh, I know what he wants to do.
He wants to do his 26-year-old girlfriend, but other than that,
I'm saying, this man's flying all over the place with a 26-year-old or whatever she is. What's the motivation to go coach football team when you've got that going on? He doesn't want to do that.
Maybe the Jets can take Kevin Stefanski. He had some things to say about his bad football team. We'll talk about that coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at some slower traffic if you're on westbound 670 between 71 and 3rd Street. And we've got a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. And we also have some slower traffic on eastbound 70 on the west side from Mount Street to 315. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants you to breathe out your oil anxiety and breathe in automotive peace. Visit them today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Buckeye Fashion Market at Ohio Stadium this Thursday at Ohio Stadium Huntington Club. Tickets are available at go.osu.edu/Buckeye Fashion Market 2024.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. It seems like everything we hear these days is about political races, and yet there's a far more important race that you run for yourself every day. It's the race to be the best that you can be. But if your libido is low, if your workouts aren't productive, if you've got brain fog and you're tired all the time, you may feel like you're losing that race, and maybe even that your best days are behind you. But the truth is that they're likely not, because if you're feeling like this, it's probable you're simply suffering from low testosterone, a condition that affects a huge percentage of men as we age. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating low T. We've successfully treated thousands of men for the condition, and if you're like most guys, you'll start seeing results in just a few weeks. Better sleep patterns, higher energy, improved mental clarity, more productive workouts, and your libido will likely increase as well. So get back to winning your race by calling us. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Shop Meijer for monster deals and spooky savings this week. Save on red or golden delicious, Empire, Fuji, Gala, and Macintosh apples. Mix and match and fill your tote bag for 79 cents a pound. From creepy to just plain silly, our selection of kids' costumes are 25% off. And Halloween snack-size non-chocolate candy is only $3.49 per bag. Shop these frighteningly good deals and more in-store or in the Meijer app. Exclusions apply.
Bring the thrill of the stadium to your wallet with the Love My Crew checking account from Pathways, the only checking account that rewards you for being a Crew fan. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app or listen at home on your smart speaker or open up the iHeartRadio app or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the Dopes at The Fan.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
Columbus, the wait is over. Blue Jackets hockey is back. Come feel the boom all season long. Be here Tuesday, October 15th for the home opener, presented by Nationwide. Get your tickets today at bluejackets.com.
Hi, Bob and Teresa Capace here for Worthington Jewelers.
Join us for our semi-annual bridal sale.
Featuring our BOGO, buy one, get one 50% off on engagement rings, wedding bands, or wedding sets. Worthington Jewelers, where Columbus gets engaged.
In his campaign ads, Sherrod Brown thinks everything's pretty funny. But it's not when you look at his voting record. Brown voted to allow transgender biological males to compete in girls' sports. Unfair and dangerous. Brown introduced a bill letting transgender biological men into girls' locker rooms and girls' bathrooms. That's just not right. And Brown supported allowing puberty blockers and sex change surgery for children. Migrants are flooding into Ohio, but Brown voted for government handouts to illegal immigrants and voted 10 times to protect sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegal immigrant criminals onto Ohio's streets. Sorry, Sherrod, your seriously bad votes are no joke. And Ohio doesn't think it's funny. Sherrod Brown has let us down. He's way too liberal for Ohio. Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
Low energy, brain fog, or bloating? Your body might need a detox. Active Liver from New Nordic makes it easy to help your liver detox your body all year long without major changes to your diet or lifestyle.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hello again, everyone. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud. Today, look for bright sunny skies with a high of 70. Chilly tonight with a low of 43 in Columbus. But if you are outside of the I-270 loop, you'll probably get down to the upper 30s on Wednesday morning. Tomorrow afternoon, going 70 for the high, 70 again on Thursday. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Today's special value is 3 hours of stupid. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Tuesday. So glad you're here. Hey, looking for tickets to the 2025 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series game at the Shoe?
Yes.
The Fan is giving away tickets to the biggest Jackets fans. Here's how you can win a pair of tickets to the game. You go to 971thefan.com. Describe what makes you the biggest fan and upload pictures of your genitals.
No.
The top 10 biggest fans as girthiest fans.
No, just
as decided by the fan selection panel, whoever that is, will win a pair of tickets to the game. Must be entered by 11:59 p.m. on October 13th. The game is Saturday, March 1st at the Horseshoe. Jackets battle the Red Wings. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or on the Ticketmaster app.
Oh, that's all right. So don't send pictures of your genitals, just pictures.
I didn't.
Actually, I think
how big of a fan are you?
Well, I think now I actually remember who is on the selection committee. So by all means, send pictures of your genitals.
Who is on the selection committee?
I think Fish might be one of the people. I don't know.
Okay. Right.
I think Scotty Vegas might be one of the people. I don't know.
Kevin Stefanski. His team is awful. He's awful. He was asked, hey, you hired a new offensive coordinator during the offseason, presumably because you thought something needed to be fixed with the offense. And then you are still calling plays. Would you think maybe that Ken Dorsey calling plays would be a better thing? Here's his response. I think there's a bunch of different things we want to look at and see how we're doing from an operational standpoint on offense. I think Ken's been an outstanding partner in all this. So those are the type of things that I will always look at. But really, it just gets back to making sure we're putting our guys in a position that we'll look at ultimately. Putting our guys in position is what we'll look at ultimately, is what he said.
Okay.
Your guy.
Look, we can pretend like, I believe a certain narrative. I know lots of Browns fans believe the narratives they want to believe with what happened this offseason. I think a decent number of Browns fans are at this point, and I'm not saying this is the accurate version of events, but this is the one I have most believed to be accurate, so go with that as you will. I think literally the Browns this offseason realized that they had to do one of two things. They had to either build a winning football team or they had to keep Deshaun Watson happy. And they chose to keep Deshaun Watson happy. That's what I am of the opinion happened this offseason. That is why I believe Alex Van Pelt is not there. That is why I believe Joe Flacco is not there. I believe they looked at this and said, this worked so well last year, especially in the second half of the year. Suddenly, the offense looked competent. It looked vibrant. It looked like it could do things, minus its biggest running threat in Nick Chubb, right? They lost him second game of the year last year. So what happened after all that? Deshaun Watson is now coming back, and he doesn't want to participate in this offense. He doesn't think that offense is very good. He doesn't like it. Doesn't suit him. And Joe Flacco obviously can't be there because we can't have someone who looks like he can run an offense better than Deshaun Watson. That's going to hurt his fragile ego. So what do? They go out and bring in Jameis Winston, who's not going to be a threat. They bring in a down-on-his-luck offensive coordinator and Ken Dorsey, who struggled with Josh Allen in Buffalo towards the end of his time there. And they thought, let's bring him in. And then Stefanski doesn't have to give over play calling duties because, well, we just brought this guy in. He can't possibly just run the whole offense yet. We got to get him situated. He's got to learn how this works. Now we're at this point where this offense is stagnant and bad. And, of course, a large part of that goes to four, but a lot of it goes to coaching as well, I think. And I think it's an organization putting the feelings of Deshaun Watson above the ability to win football games.
I don't know if that's true. I think that you're correct in that they did sort of tailor this for Deshaun Watson, but it's not because I think they wanted to keep him happy. It's because they realized they have no choice but to do that. I mean, he financially cripples you. You can't get rid of him even if you wanted to.
Oh, I know.
You can't.
I mean,
and I think they understand that.
I almost passed out reading the numbers because I just wanted to double check to make sure I wasn't crazy. I mean, next year's dead cap hit is somewhere in the neighborhood of like $100 million. I mean, there would not be any room in the salary cap for you to take that hit.
I think it's more than that.
Well, I've seen a number that said $172 million dead cap if they get rid of him next year. It drops down significantly, but not enough if they wait until June or whenever when there's the cut down date. But yeah, I've seen figures that were $172 million. I've seen $99 million. I've seen $72 million. Whatever the number is in dead cap, it's all bad, and you can't do that next year, like this 2025 season. So I don't know what the solution is to get rid of him. And I know your point, which I know you've made, is that perhaps letting Deshaun Watson play this through, and if he finds anything that gives a team a thought that he might be good, you trade him to that team. But again, I just don't know how good could he ever become to justify this contract.
Well, that's the thing. Unless the Browns call themselves and say, we'd like to trade for you. There's only one Browns, right? Well, as bad as some of these teams are, there's only one Browns. It took one Cleveland Browns team, a desperate team, to pry him out of Houston. There were other teams that were interested, not at that price.
Yeah.
The Falcons were interested, And then they were told what the price was. You got to beat what the Browns do. And the Falcons said, pound sand. We're not going to do that.
Dude, I'm trying to figure out what would be the team that would want Deshaun Watson. Let's go through it. The teams that are Super Bowl contenders, no need for him.
No, there's not.
They got a quarter. They already have a quarterback.
There's no team now.
The teams that are Super Bowl contenders or playoff contenders, but they get an ouchie guy right before the playoffs. They need someone, or right before the trade deadline, they need someone. Well, they're not trading for him because he doesn't show himself to be any good. Bad teams are not trading for him because they would just rather go draft a guy and not have to pay him all the money that Deshaun Watson's owed. Name the landing place that you would be able to trade him to. This
is almost it's even worse.
It's one of the worst deals in NFL history.
No, it is the worst deal. It is right now. That may change. He may find something. Who the hell knows? But right now, it's the worst deal. You can make the case in professional sports.
Yes,
not just NFL history, especially when you look at the draft capital that was given up to trade for this guy.
And then some of that draft capital came and kicked your ass in the playoffs last year. So, they already got the return on the investment on that trade, and you're still stuck paying off this just terrible lemon of a car that you bought, except it's your quarterback for your team that thought it had Super Bowl aspirations.
It used to be, before they started slotting draft picks and before the salary cap was as high as it was, that if you drafted a quarterback 1, 2, in the top 10, really, and it didn't work out for you, that set your franchise back 4 years. I mean, financially, it was not easy to cut bait with someone like that. Now, we're in a position where the cap is so high. The Colts, if they wanted to, I'm not saying it's smart, but they could go out next spring and say, Anthony Richardson, you suck. Bye-bye.
Well, no, because what's the financial impact there?
That's what I mean.
All these rookie deals are capped. It's not like when Sam Bradford was getting $60 million or whatever.
Your dead money would be what, $17, $18 million, which nobody wants anyway.
No, but
still.
If you had a chance to go start over, draft a new quarterback, that's combining their two salaries together still wouldn't equal what it costs to get like a high-end good quarterback. So if you find one of those in the draft and he becomes a franchise guy, then you've still got the discount for a few years. Yeah, you can theoretically every 2 years cut bait and start over on your quarterbacks and just keep paying the other guy out.
The Browns cannot do that with him.
They're I mean, here's what they can do. They can obviously go out next year and they can have Deshaun Watson on the roster, and they can I don't know if you can. I don't know what the rules are about like making a guy a third quarterback or deactivating him or whatever when he's on that kind of contract. But they go out and draft a quarterback next year if they're that bad and they're a top 5 pick, which looks like they're heading for. They can still draft a quarterback and just say, "Sorry, Deshaun, we'll pay you all your money, but you're not playing." Now that doesn't help the rest of your team, but at least you'd have a quarterback you could start to develop, see if maybe he turns into something.
Yeah, but it doesn't help the salary cap situation. That's the problem.
No, your cap situation's screwed.
Right.
But at least you have a functional quarterback possibly on the field. That could happen.
The math says the Buckeyes are going to lose on Saturday. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
There's a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking 2 right lanes on northbound 71 on the north side at 5th Avenue. It is slow traffic from East Broad Street. And we also have a slowdown on westbound 670 from 71 to 3rd Street. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment to get started, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Down payments vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors. Voted by Columbus homeowners as the leading and most trusted window brand. Find out why at PellaColumbus.com or at their brand new Polaris showroom.
Listen to Sherrod Brown. When he wanted your vote.
On major issues, I'll stand up to the president of my own party.
But Sherrod Brown doesn't stand up to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. He votes with them 97% of the time. Brown supported Biden and Harris on radical issues like amnesty for 11 million illegal immigrants. Brown voted to give nearly $1 billion in COVID stimulus checks to convicted criminals in prison, even the Boston Marathon bomber. And Brown voted to give taxpayer-funded health care to illegals who get amnesty and Social Security benefits, too. So the next time Sherrod Brown tells you,
I'll stand up to the president of my own party.
Ignore it, because 31 years in Washington has changed Sherrod Brown. He's not for us anymore, and he's way too liberal for Ohio. American Crossroads paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.americancrossroads.org.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Morning Juice.
You have to make sure the analytics are specific to you. Matt McConaughey may have an 80% chance of picking up that girl at the bar. What is your chance?
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
The fall holiday weekend is just around the corner. It's the perfect time to dare to compare at Bob's Discount Furniture. You've seen the action. You've felt the suspense. You've saved hundreds, even thousands of dollars on highly rated furniture, mattresses, and more. America loves it so much that Bob's is opening 2 new stores on October 11th, just in time for the holiday weekend. See how much you can save when you dare to compare in store or at mybobs.com.
Just got a free coffee with my Earnify points.
Your what?
The points I get with the new Earnify app from BP and Amoco. I got $250 for signing up and more every time I fill up or buy anything in the C-store.
Oh, can you use points for fuel?
Of course.
And discounts and deals?
On anything.
Oh, like chips?
Mm-hmm.
Sodas?
You got it.
The actual slushie machine.
Only what's actually for sale. But you do get double the points for the first 90 days. Just go to earnifyrewards.com to download the app.
Available at participating locations only. App content is subject to change.
Full inventory sale at Logan Services. Save up to $2,500 and 0% APR financing for 72 months on a qualifying train system. Plus, your choice of 1 air quality freebie. It's hard to stop a train with a system for every home and budget. Now, for a limited time, save up to $1,000 on a water heater and water conditioning combo. Ask us about tax credits when you book your free estimate now. Logan Services.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Fall is in the air, and that really gets me going for a delicious, savory breakfast like the Bob Evans new value menu with a whole lot of fresh breakfast options for just $5.99. I love the new griddle stacker with a sausage patty, American cheese, bacon, and a fried egg. But get this, 3 mini hot cakes. You're going to love it too. Here's the best part, the price. It's right in your wheelhouse. It's in my wheelhouse. It's starting at only $7.99. Stacked high and price low. Check them out at bobevans.com or on the new mobile app.
The time to save big is now. It's Ford Truck Month at your local Ford dealer, and the time to buy is now. Make way for great offers across an amazing lineup of Ford trucks, featuring the built Ford Tough F-150 and Super Duty. Check out the versatile Ford Maverick and the capable Ford Ranger. But you can't wait. These limited Truck Month deals won't last. Check it all out at buyfordnow.com. Then get over to your local Ford dealer today. Hurry in, as these deals won't last long.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Barely famous, incredibly stupid. Back to Man and Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your stupid audio. Just type in Common Man and T-Bone. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling.
I have one other thought on the Browns very quickly. Could it be that perhaps some of the issues that the Browns experience is because you have ownership that thinks they know football a little bit, to the point that you had this week, yesterday, Kevin Stefanski saying, I discuss everything with Browns ownership. Andrew Barry, we talk every day. We talk about decisions I'm making. We discuss what we're doing. That's how we work here. You think, because we have a team in Columbus here that is owned also by the same Haslam Sports Group. Do you think that Wilfried Nancy ever has to take a call from Jimmy Haslam saying, hey, you putting Diego Rossi in the starting lineup or not? Like, I don't think he does. I don't think that the Haslams are ever calling up and saying, well, what's going on with Alexander Matan this week? What's the plan with him? Like, I'm sure they want to know when a coach suspends a player like Cucho Hernandez, which happened earlier this year. Hey, how long is this going to be? But they trust Wilfried Nancy to do his thing. They also know they don't know soccer. They'd probably leave the soccer people alone with the crew for the most part.
Until the son-in-law, like H.E. Pennypacker, comes in.
Well, fair enough.
5 years from now and says, you know what, father-in-law, I know what I'm doing down here. I've been watching enough soccer. I think I can navigate the waters.
Yeah.
That's
right. Maybe you're right. Maybe that will happen. All I'm saying is there's a lot of people that listen over there. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me if you guys deal with the stuff they deal with in Berea with the Haslams. Tell me if it's anywhere on the same
I'm
planet.
quite sure they don't.
And that's my point, is at some level you see one organization, they're spending money with both of them. One of these organizations wins. The other one struggles constantly. Maybe there's a common thread there as to why.
I'm not arguing with you. You're right.
It feels like maybe you back off a little bit, let your football people do the football things.
This is not just a problem of the Haslams. I bet you 90% of the ownership groups in the NFL have this problem. David Tepper.
Absolutely right.
You think who's the guy there? Handsome head coach? Something Canales?
Dave Canales. I think you're right.
Whatever. He's a handsome man. You think he was the one that said, Andy Dalton, come on down? No, that's David Tepper. That's David Tepper saying, I can't watch this Bryce Young anymore. He sucks. Put in the redhead.
Well, to your point, he also probably said, and I'm not going to yell at you if that's a decision you're making, right? What I'm wondering is, do we even know if Kevin Stefanski has the green light to, let's say he wanted to bench Deshaun Watson for a game or two, just to send a message that I need to see better performance from everyone. I will give up play calling duties, but I'm also going to take this guy to task and that guy to task. And we're going to have some accountability around here. Can you do that with a guy
I don't know.
that's still on the books for as much money as he is? I genuinely don't know the answer. Be nice if someone addressed that. But the only thing we've heard is Kevin Stefanski say, I talk with the Haslams pretty often about this stuff. All right, well, then maybe that's why he's not making the decision that everyone else wants him to, which is just try to do your best with somebody else and do a fresh start for 5 minutes and see if that changes anything.
Buckeyes going out to Oregon on Saturday. John Wilner of Bay Area News Group says the math says Buckeyes are going to lose. Here's what he says. Teams traveling at least 2 time zones for conference matchups are 1-8 thus far. And the lone win, Indiana over UCLA in the Rose Bowl, carries a significant caveat. The Hoosiers were coming off a Friday game at home against Western Illinois, so they had an extra day to prepare and a cupcake to eat. The 8 losing teams that have traveled multiple time zones are USC at Michigan and Minnesota, Michigan State at Oregon, Washington at Rutgers, Northwestern at Washington, UCLA at Penn State, Wisconsin at USC, and Michigan at Washington. Now, look, there's always something to traveling multiple time zones. The NFL has to deal with this too. You look at a team like the Dolphins, and they're going to play the Seahawks. Sure. They have to make special travel plans, even though they're used to doing this. This is the first year the Big Ten has ever had to do something like this. We're going to talk about James Franklin and his request for a bigger airport coming up later on in the show.
Right.
Which I'm not even saying is a bad request, but this is something that needs to be thought out. However, if we're going to look at this small sample size and say, well, teams that travel lose. Okay. Can we also look at the fact that every single one of those teams that lost, with the exception of UCLA, who just looks like they suck, and Lincoln Riley can't win a game where someone's looking at him, they were all the dogs going into that game. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't know who was the dog in those particular weeks. That would seem to make some sense.
The only favorites
we should factor in more than just the sleep pattern there.
Right. USC was a slight favorite at Minnesota this past week. And Timmy and I both talked about that game, that it was going to be an upset.
Okay.
The potential was there. And USC, slight favorites when they went to Michigan, and they lost.
Yeah. I'm wondering, how big of a was, and then Washington was favored against Michigan. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Right. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I wonder how big of were these huge spreads? I understand the point that this guy's trying to make, which is if you had 20-point dogs constantly at home beating their road opponents. No, I mean, I think what it tells is a little bit of a story that these are evenly matched teams, fairly evenly matched teams, 9 times out of 10 of these examples. Well, we only have 8 of them, so I guess it's 7 out of the 8 times. You have some fairly closely matched teams here that all are just kind of middling levels of decent. And when they go on the road, they struggle to overcome that like touchdown difference that they might be getting by being in a tough environment, having the travel schedule upset. The also factor here that maybe is worth mentioning is that this is the first year it's happened.
Right.
So maybe by year 2, 3, 4, when you have multiple West Coast trips, let's see how it plays out in other sports too, right? If you see basketball is going to give you a much better, don't you think, example of this? Because when they do that travel for basketball teams, you're going to have 2 or 3 or 4 of these games a year, at least for these teams, where they're going to be going back and forth. And you're going to find out there, oh, hey, you know what? We see a 90% rate of the home team winning those games. Eventually, these schools are going to have to figure out how to get this right. They're going to follow what the NFL does, what the NBA does. They're going to look to the professional model and figure out how they get to travel better so that their players can all play the way they should.
Yeah. And the Buckeyes are going to play another top 5 team on the road. They'll have to travel to do so 2,000 miles. But again, we're talking about a game that's what, a 3.5 point spread.
Right. What I would say is if whoever loses this game, unless it's a blowout, I think it's reasonable to assume that like it's going to be a fairly close game and that Ohio State has a chance of losing it. I don't know that it's because of the sleep pattern. It's because they're 2 very tough teams. But we'll find out.
And it's a tough road matchup.
Yeah, I mean, and you're going to a tough road environment. It'd be the same thing if they were from Arizona going up there too, right? I mean, that would be a tough place to go play no matter where you're coming from. The added hours of flight, I don't think are the reason necessarily why this is like, I don't think that's just a guarantee that Ohio State's going to lose.
If we were talking about, Buckeyes are going to the same hotel the crew went to and they all got diarrhea in Mexico, right, then that's a conversation.
Yeah, that's right? Fine, sure.
They're flying private, and yes, it's a long flight, but again, they're leaving. They have plenty of time to get acclimated. When are they leaving? Thursday
or Friday, I would guess.
Yeah, leaving Friday now.
Yes. Okay. Oh, now they're leaving Friday?
Yeah, they're going to stay on East Coast time.
Well, I mean,
what the hell does that mean?
Their schedule. They're not going to adapt to the West Coast.
They're saying
time.
when they get there, they're going to go to whatever time lights out are. If it's 10 o'clock Eastern, then they're going to do that 10 o'clock Pacific, even though Pacific time would be 7 o'clock.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a quick in and out.
Yeah, and they're going to get them up at the same time in the morning they would for a normal night game if it was at the shoe at 7 o'clock.
It's just one night they'll be there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. This is something that everybody has to deal with. Pro sports have to deal with it. College sports is being professionalized, so we have to get used to it.
All the news and notes you need as we go inside the NFL coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some slower traffic if you're on eastbound 70 on the east side between Hamilton Road and 270. And you're also looking at a slowdown on northbound 71 on the south side from Greenlawn Avenue to 315. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote today at directauto.com. Savings vary. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey guys, it's Anthony Rothman. If you're feeling at a loss for energy or just not upbeat like you used to be, it could be low testosterone. That's right, it affects our moods. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, can help you get back to your best. But guys have different T levels, so don't go for a standard dosage plan. Look for TRT with an optimized personal treatment plan like you'll get with the experts at Low T Center. Do it now. Go to lowtcenter.com and book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
In his campaign ads, Sherrod Brown thinks everything's pretty funny. But it's not when you look at his voting record. Brown voted to allow transgender biological males to compete in girls' sports. Unfair and dangerous. Brown introduced a bill letting transgender biological men into girls' locker rooms and girls' bathrooms. That's just not right. Ann Brown supported allowing puberty blockers and sex change surgery for children. Migrants are flooding into Ohio, but Brown voted for government handouts to illegal immigrants and voted 10 times to protect sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegal immigrant criminals onto Ohio's streets. Sorry, Sherrod, your seriously bad votes are no joke. And Ohio doesn't think it's funny. Sherrod Brown has let us down. He's way too liberal for Ohio. Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sports book is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news, you can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
If you have an unhealthy obsession with the Blue Jackets, we have just the remedy. Join us Wednesday nights at 7 for the Inside Edge. All the Jackets and hockey conversation you can handle. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
Attention, small business or sole proprietors. Do you want to save money on health care for your business? Be able to cover your employees with the best dental, doctors, and hospitals? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for the SACA Benefit Plan. Nearly 100,000 members strong in the state of Ohio. The SACA Benefit Plan is administered by Anthem and could be right for you. Small businesses, visit 844medohio.com. That's medohio.com. The SACA Benefit Plan could be right for you. Visit 844medohio.com.
Get Eco.
ECO. Hey, Jerry, I think I invented something. Does it solve a problem? It solves a big problem.
Get Eco.
ECO. Heating and cooling companies are telling people your furnace and AC isn't worth fixing. You need to replace it with a whole new system.
You invented a solution for that?
I invented a way to fix those systems for free.
Get Eco.
ECO.
That's a great invention. How does it work?
Step 1 is to pay Eco to fix it.
I thought you said you'd fix it for free.
Step 2 is that we give you back all the money that you paid us, up to $1,500 when you get Eco to replace it.
Get Eco.
ECO.
What if your repair keeps my system running for several more years?
That would mean you got all those extra years for free.
Paying Eco to fix your furnace is like putting money in the bank.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
Get Eco.com.
Want to know anything about the Fan's contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Murdering brain cells, one show at a time. Back to Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day. Tell a friend. We have a new referral program.
Oh?
For every friend you tell about the show, if they get hooked on the show, we pay you $1 million.
We?
Yes.
Who's the we? You have
Nintendo
Oh,
Wii.
Nintendo Wii is going to pay you. That's good. I like it.
No, we're not going to do that. But you should still tell a friend about the show because you may save their life inadvertently.
Okay.
What if they're going through something?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, man, the hours between 3 and 6, I have nothing to look forward to.
If only I could hear some people making fart jokes and fairly obvious sports takes.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, where else are you going to hear Deshaun Watson's bad commentary?
You may never hear it anywhere else, only here. Absolutely.
All right, inside the NFL.
Common Man and T-Bone's Inside the NFL.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Bone.
Well, man, the news of the day in the NFL has been that Jets' former head coach, Robert Saleh, he's been let go, so that's why he's former. They are 2-3 on the season. Now there's a report coming out. This is from Jonathan Jones over at CBS Sports saying that Robert Saleh considered firing Jets offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett prior to getting his own pink slip.
You can't
from
do
Woody
that.
Johnson today. Well,
that's Aaron Rodgers' guy.
Well, let's break down what has happened because if you go look at this Jets team, right, offensively they have been atrocious this year. They've been one of the worst teams in the league. That is not Robert Saleh's main area of expertise. Obviously, he's a defensive guy. He's the head coach. He's responsible ultimately for everyone's performance. But if you look defensively at this team, they ranked like 5th in, I think, like top 5 in total defense.
Yeah, they're not bad defensively.
No. And they've only given up more than 23 points on one occasion when they played the Niners. But they've kept every other team pretty much under 3 touchdowns or around 3 touchdowns. Meanwhile, the offense has only managed the high watermark of 24 points on 2 of their 5 games. Nathaniel Hackett is Aaron Rodgers' dude. You gave Alan Lazard a nice chunk of change. Randall Cobb got a nice bit of change. They brought in ex-Packers QB Tim Boyle to be Rodgers' backup. I don't know, man. Seems like a lot of the issues with the offense might have to do with the fact that a lot of the offense is Aaron Rodgers' buddies, and Aaron Rodgers is not as good as he once was to compensate for their mediocrity. So maybe that's an issue that should be examined rather than firing your defensive-minded head coach. Again, Robert Saleh bad. I'm not saying that it's necessarily like he's God's gift to coaching. I'm just pointing out to put the blame on him, especially when it looks like he was about to axe Aaron Rodgers' dude at offensive coordinator. That doesn't look great for Aaron Rodgers as far as
he doesn't care.
I know he doesn't care, but that's something that I think will continue to be a storyline, and it won't go away. And then he'll get mad every time someone brings it up. Well, I can't believe you're fabricating stories in the media. No, we're pointing out things that look fairly obvious.
When is he on McAfee? Tomorrow?
Oh,
is that when he does?
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will be. Yeah, we'll have to find out what he says. Quite sure. Russell Wilson scheduled to be a full participant in Wednesday's practice. This is for the first time that he'll be able to do that since his calf injury on September 5th. He was an inactive player who still put on his helmet and pads every week and stood on the sideline like he was going to get in the game. He was the emergency third quarterback, so he's allowed to do it. But now Mike Tomlin has a little bit of a different tone going into this week because of the fact that he is scheduled to practice. He said, quote, "The fact that he's a full participant is a door that's ajar. But to say any more than that is to speculate. He's got to go through the day. He's got to show up on Thursday and see where the road leads." So he is leaving it open that perhaps Russell Wilson could play for the Steelers this weekend.
Well, it doesn't serve him to close that door. That makes no sense. And the thing that has changed the last 2 weeks is that you've lost football games.
Well, go figure. Yes, but he's also apparently worked his way back to health so that they feel like they can put him out there.
Right, exactly.
So perfect timing from him. If this is something that he can stay on the field, then we'll see if he gets a chance to go out there. Meanwhile, dealing with an injury is Derek Carr, who made some history last night in Monday Night Football. He became the 25th quarterback in NFL history to eclipse 40,000 career passing yards. But he had an oblique injury that he suffered during the game with 10 minutes to go. He had to leave and was replaced in the lineup by Jake Haener. Let him live, your guy. In either case, they're looking at an MRI to find out how bad this will be and how long he will be out. But obviously that is not great news for the Saints right now. They are on pins and needles with that one until they find out more. Meanwhile, some slightly good news for running back Aaron Jones for the Vikings. He had the hip injury, and Kevin O'Connell said Tuesday that he is going to be week to week because of the injury to his right hip. He suffered that in the game against the Jets where they won, did the Vikings. However, it was initially thought it could be much more serious and he could be out much longer term. Now they are saying it's week to week, and good news. This week is their bye week. So you could be out for a week, hopefully get it right, and then maybe not miss a game at all or miss minimal time if so.
I understand there are logistical reasons for doing this, and we've seen it before, so please don't at me. But I do find it humorous that European soccer teams, they come over here, and their caveat is, we need you to dig up all this artificial stuff. We need real grass, okay?
Yeah.
Because we're not bringing our athletes over unless we have real grass. We go over there to a soccer stadium that has real grass.
Yes.
The soccer people say, you're not playing on our grass. We'll take our stuff up and you can put your carpet down. That's fine. And then when you leave, we'll put our grass back down, but you're not playing on our grass. And the NFL says, okay, sure, whatever you want.
I guarantee you what they're doing when they do that, they cover it. They're covering their grass up. They're not... Because they work hard to get that grass to be where it is.
Well, whatever.
I'm saying
they're not risking it.
They're not risking it for the NFL. You're exactly right.
And the league just says, all right, fine, whatever. Our guys will play on whatever concrete we put out there. What's the difference?
Just remember, Mike, the NFL cares about its players. They really do. They value it. It's almost as if the NFL would rather get the publicity than to do right by the players.
Fat Boy Food Tip coming up next. Do we have something to taste?
Yes, we do. We actually have. I brought you a goodie. We'll find out if it's good. I brought you a thing from Buckeyes, the legendary gas station.
Oh, you love the gas stations.
The gigantic gas stations.
All right, Fat Boy Food Tip next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should watch for an accident that's blocking the left lane if you're traveling on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt after Morse Road. Emergency crews are on scene causing some holdup. And there's a couple-minute delay on westbound 670 from 71 to Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Z-Bar. Tough roads demand tougher protection. Shield your vehicle's underside with genuine Z-Bar undercoating from $2.99 and fortify your truck bed against scratches, impacts, and dents with Rhino Lining Spray-On Bed Liner starting at $4.99. Z-Bar, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
Every time I go to get groceries, it's so expensive. It's all changed so much in such a short time because of the Democrats' inflation. As a single mom, sometimes it's hard to put food on the table for my family. Sherrod Brown has only made the problem worse. Brown put Kamala's radical agenda before us and voted for her Inflation Act. Now we're stuck with the consequences and prices are at a 40-year high. But it's an election year. He's pretending to fight for us. Well, where was Brown's help before? Sherrod Brown's shown he will only hurt families like mine. That's why I'm supporting Bernie Moreno. Together with President Trump, Moreno will fight to lower prices on groceries for families and stop Brown and Kamala's skyrocketing inflation. I trust Bernie Moreno and President Trump to always put America's families first.
I'm Bernie Moreno, candidate for U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Bernie Moreno for Senate and NRSC. You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Listen to Sherrod Brown. When he wanted your vote.
On major issues, I'll stand up to the president of my own party.
But Sherrod Brown doesn't stand up to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. He votes with them 97% of the time. Brown supported Biden and Harris on radical issues like amnesty for 11 million illegal immigrants. Brown voted to give nearly $1 billion in COVID stimulus checks to convicted criminals in prison, even the Boston Marathon bomber. And Brown voted to give taxpayer-funded health care to illegals who get amnesty and Social Security benefits, too. So the next time Sherrod Brown tells you,
I'll stand up to the president of my own party.
Ignore it, because 31 years in Washington has changed Sherrod Brown. He's not for us anymore, and he's way too liberal for Ohio. American Crossroads paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.americancrossroads.org.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every single night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I get it, but there are alternatives to the CPAP machine, and Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and stops your snoring. What a concept. It's quick, comfortable, and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and he has a track record to prove it. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. And as the end of the year approaches, a lot of people have exceeded their medical deductibles, which means less out of pocket for you. Don't delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. Or you can visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. As we speak, second-ranked Ohio State on the practice field, getting ready for Saturday's game on the road against number 3 Oregon. Head coach Ryan Day speaking today says, well, he states the obvious. There's a lot at stake.
You're playing one of these teams. You're fighting for an opportunity to go to Indianapolis, and that's important. There's that part of it. Then there's obviously the playoff scenario. So a lot at stake this weekend, which is exactly what we wanted.
Both National League Divisional Series and baseball resume later today. It's the New York Mets hosting the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers in San Diego. Each of those series tied at 2-2, or at 1-1, excuse me. Hall of Fame pitcher Luis Tiant has passed away today at age 83. National Hockey League season starts with 3 games today. St. Louis at Seattle, Boston at Florida, Utah hosts Chicago. This update brought to you by the Waterworks. For all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs, visit thewaterworks.com today to get started. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Come for the obesity, stay for the anger. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Bone and I do all our banging at Hollywood Casino Columbus, specifically the Sportsbook. It's now called the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Maybe you're saying, well, what's changed?
What's changed? Not
much. They changed the sign on the outside. They also have a taxidermied version of Scott Van Pelt inside the Sportsbook.
Well,
it's actually him. They've killed him. They've stuffed him.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I go up there and shake his hand before you place a wager.
You don't shake hands.
What do you mean?
You rub his shiny bald head for luck.
I see.
That's what you do.
You're going to need a stepladder because he's a tall mank.
Sure.
He's not short.
Anyway, go to the Sportsbook. There's always action, and it's the place to be. Food, drink, and a real-life window. I mean, you can just sit at home with your phone. Who the hell wants to do that?
Who wants to do that? You can go talk to a real person and place your bet.
And if you win, guess what?
What?
They hand you cash.
Oh, yeah. If you bet it with the people. Then they hand you back. Yes, that's right. If you win.
I mean, you can use the ESPN Bet app on your phone. Money won't spit out of your phone, but still the experience is nice.
That's right. The other aspect is we will be there. You can see us and rub my bald head, I guess, if you want to, this Friday.
Rub my balls.
Won't we be? Are you going to have them out on display? Come on.
Who knows, man?
Who knows? Anyway, we'll be there from 3 to 6 Friday before the big game this weekend. Whatever game that could be, you figure it out on your own.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Fat Boy Food, yeah!
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
All right, we're taste testing. T-Bone has brought us. I was going to say brought us.
It's already been brought. Yeah.
A treat. This is the Buckeyes version of Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yeah, these are, I brought them from a Buckeyes. We stopped yesterday in Kentucky. There's a Buckeyes. If you're not familiar with this gas station, it's something I can't describe to you other than it is massive. 100+ gas pumps. A convenience store the size of a literal Walmart. I'm not making that up.
I can't describe it to you. I'm going to describe it to you.
The cleanest bathrooms you'll ever see. It's like stepping into an office to use the bathroom, which I do regularly here. Anyway, they have a lot of snack foods branded as their own. I found these crunchy cheese curls, cheese-y curls, which are labeled as hot and spicy.
All right, you know I'm a big fan of the Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
They look a lot like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. We're going to see how they taste comparatively. Your first taste is
not even close.
Not even close. All right, good. Are they different in any good way?
Inferior. Yeah. My palate says inferior to Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I mean, they got the nice spice that you want, but the flavor punch is not there.
I agree with you. Yeah, there's not a lot of cheesiness to it.
No.
It's more of the spiciness, but not cheesy. The crunch is good. If we had a little more cheese dust, it'd be great. But
the spice level's all right. That's not my problem.
Yeah. Well,
Does it taste like a really fresh chip, though?
It
I trust they are fresh. You got these a day or two ago.
It says
they're sealed.
I'm not kidding.
It's not stale tasting.
It says on here, enjoy by October 28th, 2024. How often do you ever see that
That's
on a bag of
pretty
chips?
Close.
I'm saying like
that's pretty close.
Yeah, I'm saying
maybe I'm onto something there.
Maybe they keep them a little fresher. I don't know.
I feel like if you get a chip 3 days ago, it would say Best by March of 25.
Yeah, right.
Something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Teddy, how do you feel about these? Did you try one?
Yeah, I've been chewing on them here. They are spicy, but
flavor's not there, right?
I prefer Cheetos. Like
Cheetos version of
any
this is
day
gonna be
over
better.
this. There's no cheese.
Now this whole bag was $1.79, so not a bad deal if you're driving, you want something to eat on, but they're nothing like getting the Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
They may have wonderful bathrooms, but they need some work on their corn snacks.
How's the taffy? That's what DeVere brought back for me from a Bucky's when he was near one.
It's good. I've had that. I've had their taffy. I didn't try their jerky yet, and let me tell you, people lined up. People walked in. I saw a woman walk in, and they have a wall of jerky that they make. The Bucky's jerky is made in-house, they say.
What do you call the people who go get them? Jerky boys?
I think so, and jerky girls.
Gals.
Yeah, sure. But I saw a woman walk up, and she grabbed like 10 of these bags. And so I'm like, well, this looks good. Let me see how much it is. $15 for this woman grabbed $150 worth of jerky is what I'm trying to tell you.
Maybe
that's herky
really
jerky.
Good. Did you have some?
No, I didn't. I'm not paying $15 for jerky.
Maybe it's an out-of-body experience.
No, I didn't get that. I have had other things there. They do make brisket sandwiches. Right, they make brisket right there in the restaurant. Or in the gas station. Yes,
they're smoking briskets there at Bucky's.
They are pulling them in from wherever they're smoking them, and yes, they're doing something. What I know is, Timmy, they have, whenever they get one out and they chop it up, they yell. So it's like when they're doing a birthday party at a Texas Roadhouse.
That's what I do when I pull the pulled pork. When I smoke, when I just go, oh God,
and I'll tell
like
you
that.
They're doing this 24/7. You walk in there at 3 o'clock in the morning. There's someone chopping up brisket. It's an unbelievable.
Screaming at 3 o'clock in the morning
because there's people in there. It's the only place that's open on the freeway. You're going. But yeah, they make brisket sandwiches, all kinds of stuff.
I respect the screaming. It's hard not to scream at a good brisket.
And Timmy, I'll tell you this. I was showing Mike this hat. I bought a hat from Bucky's because I just needed a hat.
With like the chipmunk guy on it?
Yeah. $15.
I can't beat that deal.
I'm telling you. You know how much hats are these days.
Snapback?
Yeah, snapback with the mesh.
Flat bill?
Yeah, but it was very easy to curve. It was very similar to a New Era product. I'm not saying it was a New Era product. Very similar. Very nice.
When is New Era going to get into the Bucky's game?
The Buck era.
I don't know. That's
Buck
right.
era.
That's right. Yeah. Anyway, so there's your Bucky's. I'll give you one more Fat Boy food tip from the South. And I've decided, you know that I was big on Save the Crew a few years ago, and I was, adamant that we had to keep the crew here. I feel almost as passionate about what I'm about to say next to you, and that is this. We've got to get Whataburger to Ohio.
Well, you've been talking about this for years.
Whataburger is... I've been to Denver. I have been to Arizona. I have been to Texas. I have been multiple places down south. They all have these Whataburger places all over the place. Up here, we haven't had it. Timmy, they're open 24/7. They've got the bun is the most delicious soft bun. Mike, it would put the fish sandwich at McDonald's at risk for the softest bun you've ever had. Yes.
The Filet-O-Fish bun is a heavenly cloud.
This thing is as cloud-like as a Filet-O-Fish bun.
But does it hold everything together?
It does a wonderful job holding it together. My wife had a totally different burger than I did. She got a lot of other toppings than I did. She had the same experience. She demanded we go there.
It's an art.
I'm telling you.
It's an art form.
What if I said you can have Whataburgers here in Ohio?
Yeah.
But you had to say bye-bye to all Culvers. Did you do that deal?
That's all right.
Bone, I know you're a Culver's guy.
No, let me tell you right now. I almost answered so quickly. I had to think about the fact that I'm probably going to go to Culver's this week, and I don't want to get my stuff spit in. Yeah, yeet, as the kids say.
No.
Yeet it out of there.
Right,
I'm
how about this? Get
it out of here.
Yeet it out.
Oh, my God. Yes, Timmy.
Right.
Timmy, they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're open 24/7. They got delicious desserts.
Now we're going to play this game. Whataburger comes.
Yes.
Cane's goes away.
See ya, Cane's.
And
I've had chicken
like
before.
Huey Lewis and the News, the knockoff Cane's.
Huey Magoo's.
They go away too.
That's fine.
What if Kroger goes away?
I got Meyer. Give me Whataburger. Give me Whataburger.
Man, he loves the Whataburger.
Give me Whataburger. Let's go.
What if you can't eat anywhere else ever?
Fine. I told you they got Timmy.
Well, no, here's what I'm curious about, though.
They have ketchup, and then they have
Spicy ketchup.
Yes. Because why don't we have that everywhere? Spicy ketchup is superior.
That's a good point. We need that.
Oh.
Someone could just
they
make
got
it.
a lot more diabetes in the South. We got to get on that.
I said that as we were driving away from our last meal we had at Whataburger. I said, if they had these in Ohio, I would be 900 pounds. Like, I would never not eat there. It is dangerously good.
You had Freddy's frozen custard.
We did. We stopped at a Freddy's, which we're getting those here, and those are very good.
And you had the Whataburger. I assume it's two different burger experiences.
Yeah.
I was going to ask which one you liked better, but I just saw your wiener pop for the Whataburger.
No. Let me say, the Freddy's is it's a smash burger. It's a very different burger than what you're getting at Whataburger. But for me, I've never had a better fast food experience than a Whataburger.
Bone would rather go to Whataburger than a Hyde Park, I think.
I think you're right.
You know what, though?
I agree with you.
I'm not going to knock on him for that because sometimes when you're in the mood.
Oh, you're right. It's a different mood.
Yeah, it's a different mood.
See, Nick in the chat, in the YouTube chat, he just said hot sauce and ketchup, T-bone, come on. Yeah, again, I know it's hot sauce and ketchup together. How many places do we have putting it together up here? I don't know why that's a thing in the South, but it's not here. I went to 3 different places. Went to Milo's, went to Whataburger, and where was the third place? Oh, Freddy's. They all have spicy ketchup.
What's Milo's?
It's like it's another burger place. It's very good. They do their thing is barbecue sauce, onions, pickles, no cheese, bun. That's their that's their Big Mac. That's their burger.
Give me some fried onion straws on that.
They made their name with. Well, I'm sure you could ask for it, Timmy, but that's how it comes if you want to get it the original way.
Let me, Milo, let me remake that burger for you.
I love their sweet tea.
Let me tell you how to do it.
You can find that if you see the Milo's sweet tea in stores, that's what it's from.
Freshly steeped?
Sure, it's good. But it doesn't compare to Whataburger. I'm just telling you.
You like Whataburger.
Yeah.
He loves it.
I think you got it.
You figured it out. You got a problem.
I know you love the Buckeyes.
Yeah,
right?
but that's a gas station.
So what? You live at gas stations.
I love a good gas station.
I know you do. You're the king of gas. So let's say Buckeyes comes to town.
Yeah.
Right? Instantly. It's not they're building it. It's here.
Yeah, right.
Just your dream version of Buckeyes. Or there's one Whataburger that's within a 15-minute ride of your house.
Oh, no question. See you, Buckeyes. I'm not stopping at Buckeyes every day.
You can go in at 2 o'clock in the morning and say, "Yeah, we got brisket."
Guess what? I can go to Whataburger at 2 o'clock in the morning.
But they're not screaming and smoking brisket.
It's better
for you.
food.
They don't say yeehaw about the burger.
Yeehaw!
No, you just walk up or you go in and they say, "Here's your food. It's delicious." And you go, "Thank you," and you eat the best burger you've ever had.
You go in there and say yeehaw at 2:30 in the morning. Some Texas Western guy going to shoot you with his pistols.
Time with all this. I had this burger in the South. I had that. I saw this live music act at Furnace Fest. You're burying the lead. How was the Klan meeting?
There was no Klan meeting. There was no Klan meeting. Trust me, I know. You would have been there if there was, but there wasn't, so I missed
it. Ryan Day with his presser today. You're going to hear from the coach coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to find traffic is moving slowly on eastbound 70 downtown between the 71 West Split and 4th Street. And we've got about a 10-minute delay on southbound 315 from Lane Avenue to Town Street. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart. Tough roads demand tougher protection. Shield your vehicle's underside with genuine Z-Bart undercoating from $2.99 and fortify your truck bed against scratches, impacts, and dents with Rhino Lining Spray on bed liner starting at $4.99. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, a trip to a postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together. for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Oh, what?
Would you please just call the Waterworks?
At the Waterworks, we mean clean. Better care, better value, better results.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
My name is Brennan Ward. I'm a football player. It was just an average warm-up. All of a sudden, I felt my knee move out of place, and I fell to the ground. Me and my mom went to orthopedic one. I think I knew I wanted to get surgery just because I wanted to get as healthy as I can for the long run. Orthopedic one got me back on the field doing what I love.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers, the people who refuse to make trade-offs in life. Like Kelly, when her old car insurance got so expensive that she couldn't afford to drive anymore, do you think she started carrying her groceries for miles? No. But she did find Direct Auto's savings that allowed her to drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25%, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a quote today at directauto.com. Savings based on applied discounts and will vary. Terms apply. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand. Listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Is your business generating over $1 million a year in revenue? If your financial advisory team isn't keeping pace, maybe it's time for a change. Here's Brad Hennebert with Premier Advisors.
Thanks, Bobby. Our team integrates financial planning and asset management with business accounting and tax preparation. Business owners have planning needs that are unique. We work with you to design a seamless financial services bundle tailored to your business with monthly or quarterly advisory consultations to help guide you along the way. We don't just keep score of what happened last year. Our team combines expert financial planning and wealth management with top-tier tax services, helping businesses like yours build wealth for you. Call us today at 614-524-4888. That's 614-524-4888.
Brad Hennebert is a registered representative offering securities through United Planners Financial Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through TCP Asset Management LLC. Tax services offered through Premier Tax CPAs. United Planners is not affiliated with TCP Asset Management, Premier Advisors, or Premier Tax CPAs.
Listen to Sherrod Brown. When he wanted your vote.
On major issues, I'll stand up to the president of my own party.
But Sherrod Brown doesn't stand up to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. He votes with them 97% of the time. Brown supported Biden and Harris on radical issues like amnesty for 11 million illegal immigrants. Brown voted to give nearly $1 billion in COVID stimulus checks to convicted criminals in prison, even the Boston Marathon bomber. And Brown voted to give taxpayer-funded health care to illegals who get amnesty and Social Security benefits, too. So the next time Sherrod Brown tells you,
I'll stand up to the president of my own party.
Ignore it, because 31 years in Washington has changed Sherrod Brown. He's not for us anymore, and he's way too liberal for Ohio. American Crossroads paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.americancrossroads.org.
Longing for thick, healthy, gorgeous hair? Say goodbye to shedding thin and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with hair volume from New Nordic.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine, light winds, and a perfect finish on this Tuesday. Temperatures running in the low 70s. Overnight will fall back down to around 40 degrees with clear skies and light winds. But during the day on Wednesday, again, plenty of sunshine after a cool start, a warm finish with highs in the low 70s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You wanted the best. Instead, you got these two. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
We have fallen down The wormhole. So
My
Bone was talking about his $14 hat.
It's back on my desk. I'll wear it the next segment so you can see what $14 gets you at a gas station in rural Alabama.
It's nice. It's a nice trucker hat.
It's fine.
Looks very nice.
It's very cheap.
$14.
Yeah.
And I was saying, there's some hats that are even better than the $14 hat.
Right.
I showed you a hat that was a baseball hat.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't think it was anything spectacular when you looked at it, but
it looks like a dad hat. It's not not like an on-field new era type of hat.
But it's made of fine suede.
Because you know what? When I think of something I want to wear outside that definitely won't be damaged by water should it rain, I think suede on a hat.
And it is priced, I think, at a very reasonable $950. I mean,
Dude.
who among us?
Dude.
I mean, that's essential. Part of your wardrobe is a nice hat.
$1,000 hat.
I didn't say $1,000. I said $950.
Well, with taxes and shipping.
Right. I was also looking at some coats. I was pricing out some coats.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one. Leopard print goat hair coat from Celine. This is a man's coat. All right, this like Joe Namath would wear this coat.
I mean, yeah, it's very ostentatious, I would say, but it's a man's coat.
Leopard print was splashed across Celine's AW23 runway. This goat hair coat was styled with a strict monochrome outfit, whatever the hell that means.
Okay.
Designed for a loose fit.
Single color, I believe. But
it pays tribute to rock stars over the ages.
Oh, yes.
Through a faded 2000s lens.
Sure.
This coat is $21,900. $21,900.
Here's what bummed me out about this site that you showed me is that this site, while I'm sure it has very nice designer clothing,
the site's Mr. Porter.
Okay.
Which I've bought things off of before, but not at this price, obviously.
Right. I'm saying there are people who look at that and go, Mr. Porter, what am I in college? I got a job. Jeez. Like you only pay $22,000 for your goat hair coat. I feel bad for you. Like there are people who look at this site and go, yeah, that's beneath me. I would never be caught dead in that crap.
You want a $1,700 scarf? Because they got them.
No.
You want that?
Dude.
I also want to point out that I think we should file a lawsuit against all these companies, all these fashion companies, because it doesn't appear they make sizes for fat asses. That's discrimination.
No, they never do.
What, fatty doesn't want to dress up nice?
Yeah.
I want to wear some goat hair.
That's right. And by the way, the places that do make nice clothes for fat people, guess what? There's an extra charge because they are like, well, we're using extra goat hair to make this. So it's going to cost you so that one, if it was in fatty size, would probably be like $25,000. The $22,000 would just be for the normal sizes.
All right, Ryan Day, he shops on Mr. Porter.
Sure.
He could afford to buy all this stuff.
He could afford to buy the whole damn site if he wanted to, I'm quite sure.
Ryan Day with his presser today. Here is Coach talking about how Will Howard was born for games like this.
He came here for a reason. He came here to play in games like this, and he's played in games like this, but he's excited to do that, and his preparation's going to be the same. We always say that it's about us. Now, that being said, we got to be experts at our opponent and know our opponent cold, but it doesn't change our preparation. If our preparation has been to our standard up to this point, we just need to continue to do what we've been doing. So, he's been looking forward to this game. Obviously, we all have been. So when the schedule came out, and, there's a reason you come to Ohio State, and there's a reason he came, and for games like this.
This is the Will Howard coming out party or the uh-oh party for Will Howard. A game like this. I know a lot of people think, we know Will Howard's great. We don't know Will Howard's great. We know that Will Howard has great weapons around him. We know that Will Howard has the ability to be great. And as I've said before, I don't care if he misses here and there. I mean, obviously you want him to be on target all the time, but that's also not realistic. I don't want Will Howard to make the big mistake. Trust your talent, make plays occasionally when you can with your feet, and then trust your guys to go up and make the catch.
No, I hope that Will Howard does a little bit more like we saw where, Iowa hadn't allowed a rushing touchdown all year, and then Will Howard finds a way to get in the end zone. That was something encouraging from this past weekend where, and obviously he made some nice throws too. He had, some bad throws as well as any quarterback's going to. But to me, the thing that I think separates him or could separate him and be different than maybe what we've seen the last few years, last 1 year at quarterback, I would like to think it's the ability to extend a play with his feet and just not take a bad loss where if you look like you're going to have to throw this ball away or you're going to have to get sacked, you instead make 2 or 3 yards on a 2nd and 7 type of situation. That's what I need from him this weekend. And then on 3rd down, you got to make the play, right? They got to call the right play. Players have to execute it, all that stuff. But yeah, it's a big test for him, of course.
Here is Ryan Day talking about how he enjoys the high stakes of this game.
I think it's great because we control your own destiny because you're playing the best teams in the league on our schedule. That part's great. Every time you're playing one of these teams, you're fighting for an opportunity to go to Indianapolis, and that's important. So there's that part of it. Then there's obviously the playoff scenario. So a lot at stake this weekend, which is exactly the way we want it.
This is why I get upset with people that want to tell me about Ryan Day's record against teams that aren't Michigan or, games that aren't playoff games or whatever, right? They'll say, look at this record. You can't possibly think about firing this record. Games like this is what Ryan Day's paid for. Mm-hmm. He knows it. Everybody else knows it. Games like Michigan. This is what Ohio State's paid for. You and I get this all the time. Wow, it's football season. It's a tough time of year, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's the thought.
It's not. It's actually the easy time of year because the storyline is handed right to us. When I'm really paid the money, when I really earn my money, May, June, July, when historically there's not a ton going on that our audience wants to hear about, we have to actually still go out there and put together an entertaining show. Air quotes, entertaining show. Ryan Day is not paid to go out and cover the spread against Bowling Green. Ryan Day is paid the money he's making to go on the road and beat Oregon, to beat Michigan, to contend for a national championship. He knows it. He knows that he's earning his money this week.
Yeah. To your point, there are a lot of people, I'm sure, in sports radio world who could deliver you good numbers during football season. We are here because they think we can do that in times when football's not on. Football's the most popular sport on our airwaves, most popular sport in America. So having that every week is nothing for us. That's easy. It's the other times of year that are tough. If you don't think that there's a coaching equivalent out there that could get you through the Big Ten largely with the same record that Ryan Day has, you're kidding yourself. You could go find probably 3 dozen coaches with the talent that Ohio State gets that are then able to win the type of games that Ryan Day has got most of his stats for. Most of his stats have come in games like the ones that anybody could win. This is the one, these type of games, if you consistently lose these games, then we have a problem. And that is what Ryan Day is judged on. I don't think it would be fair to look at this one game and say, if he loses this game, oh man, it's a sign that they're going to lose all these other games too. No, but you have to take it in the broader picture.
This is what he's paid to do. Go out to Oregon and win this game. You're the better, more talented team. Now go finish the job. Rapid fire coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should know there's an accident on the right shoulder of southbound 270 on the east outer belt at 33 southeast. And we also have a 5-minute slowdown if you're on eastbound 270 on the north outer belt between 315 and 23. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save up to $160 on select sets of Ford Nokian tires. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer ends October 31st. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Buckeye Fashion Market at Ohio Stadium this Thursday at Ohio Stadium Huntington Club. Tickets are available at go.osu.edu/Buckeye Fashion Market 2024.
In his campaign ads, Sherrod Brown thinks everything's pretty funny. But it's not when you look at his voting record. Brown voted to allow transgender biological males to compete in girls' sports. Unfair and dangerous. Brown introduced a bill letting transgender biological men into girls' locker rooms and girls' bathrooms. That's just not right. Ann Brown supported allowing puberty blockers and sex change surgery for children. Migrants are flooding into Ohio, but Brown voted for government handouts to illegal immigrants and voted 10 times to protect sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegal immigrant criminals onto Ohio's streets. Sorry, Sherrod, your seriously bad votes are no joke. And Ohio doesn't think it's funny. Sherrod Brown has let us down. He's way too liberal for Ohio. Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
Highbank Distillery is hosting Battle of the Burgers October 14th through the 19th. Visit Highbank's 3 locations, get yourself an $8 burger, upload your burger, tag Highbank on social media for a chance to win free burgers for a year. Details at highbankco.com/battle.
Bob Yoakum, president of Rockford Homes, talks about what makes First Bank of Central Ohio different.
I would say it starts by caring. It starts by doing what you say you're going to do and following through on it. When you're talking about local, you're talking about relationships and people that matter to you. I don't care if that's personally or professionally.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Here, care is where you need it. With over 350 primary care providers in Central Ohio, expert care is minutes away. See how we care for all of you at mountcarmelforyou.com.
I'll be honest, I'm really worried about my kids and grandkids. I never thought we'd be facing a national abortion ban in this country.
That's Kim. She lives in Cincinnati and is a grandma to 6.
If something happened to my family, I'd want them to have all the help they need. But with a national ban, they'll have nowhere to turn.
Bernie Moreno supports a national abortion ban, and he has said he is 100% against abortion with no exceptions. And if Moreno's in the Senate, he could be the deciding vote to pass a national abortion ban.
Last year, we voted to protect abortion in Ohio. Now, Bernie Moreno wants to get rid of that completely. It's simple. I don't trust Bernie Moreno to do what's right for my family. He should never be Ohio's senator.
Your Community PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising, paid for by Your Community PAC, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Learn more at yourcommunitypac.org.
Tire Discounters announces our latest breakthrough, TD Chat BS. This software allows us to detect untruths, deceptions, and even outright lies. Let's listen in as we call a local car dealer.
Hi, I drive your model of auto or truck. I need servicing.
Oh, that's great. You should always call the dealer for service to make sure your warranty stays intact.
Untruth.
Excuse me?
I can attend at Tire Discounters for all services, even for all manufacturers' scheduled maintenance. Warranty not affected.
But it's only us dealers who really know our own models.
Deception. Tire Discounters technicians are certified experts for all makes and models.
Okay, maybe.
How many dollars do you charge me for? As few as Tire Discounters?
We are not that much more.
Outright lie. Ending call now. Bye. Adios. Aloha. Hasta la pasta.
Right now, save up to $250 on Cooper tires, and Shocks and Struts are buy 3, get 1 free.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Attention. Please flip your listening device to the stupid setting. Thank you. You're listening to Man and Bone.
Hey, Bone.
Hey, man.
Another team with a bad offense has decided to make a quarterback change. The Patriots will start rookie quarterback Drake May against the Texans. So this ends the Jacoby Brissett experiment everywhere he goes.
All right.
Except this time he didn't puncture his lung.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's just
they're
getting pulled because he's bad.
Is that wait, did he puncture his lung?
He had something. Didn't he?
Jacoby Brissett did?
Didn't he have something where he almost died?
Well, like, maybe. I remember Tyrod Taylor was the guy who always got like, oh, hey, he hurt his rib, and then they tried to give him an injection, and they punctured his lung. Remember that?
Yes, that was unfortunate.
Was that with the Browns? I feel like that happened.
No.
That was the Chargers.
Yes, that's
Chargers,
right.
that's right. Well, yeah. I know he had bad luck with that. I remember where it was like he got one injury, and then the doctor gave him a worse injury.
But now that Jacoby Brissett is no longer the starting quarterback for the Patriots, Kevin Stefanski is very excited to bring him in for fourth down sneak plays.
Yeah. Again, I have my issues clearly with Deshaun Watson, all that. I don't know why Kevin Stefanski or anyone else thinks it's a good idea to occasionally just drop in another quarterback. That part I don't understand.
Especially one that doesn't run as well as the quarterback who's currently in the game.
Got me, man. It makes no
Rapid
sense.
fire.
Rapid fire.
Sponsored by Custom Air. Custom Air. Custom Solutions. Custom Comfort.
All right, Teddy. Rapid fire number 1.
The Buckeyes are visiting Oregon this weekend. What's your biggest concern about the Buckeyes going into this game?
The inability to get Dylan Gabriel off the field. You know, we've seen this defense not give up a ton of points and not give up a ton of yards, but going back to that first half against Michigan State, you know, they were relying on turnovers and bad decisions by Sparty to get off the field. They weren't really controlling the narrative. They're going to need to do that, inflict their will against Oregon this weekend.
Yeah, see, I'm a little bit, I have a bit of a different concern. Mine is Ryan Day puckering on the road, big game, knowing the stakes. We have seen him in the past. Suddenly the offense looks different. You don't see the play calling the same way. Now, obviously, he's got help with that this year, and obviously Chip Kelly's the one calling these plays, but Ryan Day can still pop in anytime he wants to and say, oh, we're not doing that today. Like, I just hope this is an area of growth that the coach needs to have, along with all his players, of overcoming some of these big moments on the road. And don't give me Notre Dame. Hey, they beat Notre Dame. Yeah, they did with having, Notre Dame had one less guy on the field and all this other stuff.
They also suck, too.
Yeah, the point is, this is a big test on the road. I want to see how Ryan Day handles that pressure.
Rapid fire number 2.
If the Buckeyes beat Oregon, will they be the new number 1 team in the AP poll next week?
They should, but they won't, because Texas is playing Oklahoma. It's a big rivalry game for them. And even though I don't think the Sooners are very good, if Texas wins that game, they get the rub. They still have the rub. And so they'll stay at number 1.
Yeah, I put should be as well. I think it should matter when you beat a team like Oregon if that happens on the road. Not at technically a neutral site game, right? That's really what it's at the Texas State Fair or whatever. Like, I just, at the Cotton Bowl. I would hope they would if that happens, but you know what? In a way,
doesn't matter.
In a way, Jimmy crack corn. Because you just win all the games, it'll all take care of itself.
You know what? If I'm Ryan Day and I'm still number 2 after you go out west and kick the crap out of Oregon, I just hold up that piece of paper and say, see, nobody respects us.
Oh, yeah. Even though they've got you 2, you
Who
say
cares?
they don't
Play
have us
that
number
card.
1. You're right, yeah.
Georgia did that.
Absolutely.
They were favored in the game by 20 points, and they're playing the nobody respects us card.
Yes, and then all their players decided to get in a car and go race each other.
The good news is they're not doing that anymore. They're just punching their pregnant girlfriends
I've
in
heard
the stomach.
That's the newest issue there.
Right.
Good program they're running down there.
It
Seems
graduated
like it's really
from
good.
reckless driving to abusing pregnant women.
Not good.
Rapid fire number 3.
Kyler Murray, he announced a partnership with Call of Duty, which plays off past criticism of him, which he was playing the game too much instead of studying game plans. So was there a video game that you guys were really addicted to playing?
Well, I mean, there were video games that I liked playing. I had to stop playing The Sims.
Oh, yeah, that's
Remember
right.
that? Where it's if people have never played that game, it's just you're living a life and you like build a house and you have a job and you buy furniture, and it sounds like the most boring game ever, but I was strangely addicted to it to the point where I couldn't stop. I started to dream about this game and I had to go cold turkey and never play it again.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't have it that bad, but I did play Rainbow Six Vegas quite a bit back in the day. Also, when I was a kid, Daytona USA used to be the arcade game that you could do.
Very good game.
I think they made it for like Sega Dreamcast or something. We had that. Anyway, I played that game a lot when we got it at home because it was a lot of fun. But yeah, those are my
Daddy,
two.
what's your game of choice?
When I was younger, is the Super Mario Brothers games, just trying to get through them and just not wanting to stop. And that kind of drove me mad at times.
Yeah. Rapid fire number 4.
Today it's Chevy Chase's birthday. What's your favorite Chevy Chase movie? Or maybe if you have, 2 that you can't choose from, or what you got?
I know for some of you, the answer is going to be Caddyshack or something like that. And I'm not here to minimize Caddyshack, except that I will. It is not Christmas Vacation. There is one answer to this, and it's Christmas Vacation.
Wait, I'm confused.
You just said,
it is not Christmas Vacation. There's one answer. It's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is Caddyshack is not Christmas Vacation. That's what I'm saying.
You were going to go
no.
It's not Christmas Vacation, or it's not Caddyshack. It's not Christmas Vacation. It's not this. It's Fletch.
No,
whatever. Okay.
It's not Fletch.
Okay.
It's Funny Farm. That's fine. Funny Farm, fine. The original Vacation, fine.
Yeah.
But the answer is Christmas Vacation.
Well, see, that's what I have, too. Because as much as I like some of those other movies, I don't watch them nearly as much as I watch Christmas Vacation. And it's got the whole package. For me, it's got a little bit of sentiment and a lot of comedy, and good. I love it.
Teddy?
I do love Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
A close second would be Fletch. I'm a big fan.
Fletch is the one I would go
We're
with.
all in agreement here.
That's the top one, yeah.
Could I even say that I don't consider I know what you meant by this, but I don't consider Caddyshack to be a Chevy Chase movie in a sense, right? Because it's also a Bill Murray movie. It's also a Rodney Dangerfield movie. All these great people are in it. Not that there aren't great actors in this movie too, but Christmas Vacation, it all centers around Clark Griswold losing his mind as his family swirls around him, and Chevy Chase nails that.
You know what it is too? It unites generations.
Absolutely.
All right, we don't really have a ton in common with the Bode Man.
Sure.
But the Bode Man, him too, the Bode Man,
Bodie,
can quote Christmas Vacation. That music just went away quickly.
It's rapid fire.
He can quote Christmas Vacation like anybody. My daughter just this weekend gave me a, you serious, Clark?
Right.
She's 7.
It's timeless. It's a timeless movie. My dad is retired and in his 60s, and he laughs as hard at that as I do and as my kids do. Yes, it's a great movie.
It's no Major Pain.
Well, Major Pain.
Few things are.
It's no Rocket Man with Harlan Wayans, I believe. No, Harlan Williams. That's his name.
Damon Wayans.
Was in Major Pain. Harlan Williams is a comedian who's been in lots of other things. But
all right, rapid fire number 5. Come on.
Today is National Fluffernutter Day.
We're done.
Have you had a Fluffernutter, and if so, did you enjoy it?
I have had a Fluffernutter. I mean, it's peanut butter and marshmallow.
Yes.
So what's the problem?
I've never had a peanut butter and marshmallow fluff sandwich, but it sounds great. It's
delicious.
Sure, it's fine. Never had it. I used to eat peanut butter sandwiches all the time when I was a kid.
But you don't eat them now?
No, I still do. I make them for the kids most of the time, and then I'll make one for myself.
I had an English muffin this morning with some slathered in peanut butter.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious.
You ever do the, I like to put a little honey on there, a little syrup.
Yeah.
That's the way you go. Yeah.
I told you the secret preserve. Nobody talks about it. Apricot.
Oh, that's right.
Put some apricot preserve.
As I always say, apricot, because I don't know how to say that word. I have no idea.
I think it can go either way. It doesn't matter. Here's what I know. It's delicious.
I see APR and I go April, apron, apricot. But then I think apricot sounds better. So I don't know what's right.
I go with apricot.
Good for you.
I also go with coupon.
You do. And
instead of coupon.
I'm a coupon guy.
All right, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know what's
Thanks,
right
Ted.
there.
That was the best rapid fire ever. Good job, buddy.
It was so long, but it was good.
It was really good. James Franklin is complaining about something, and he actually has an argument. We'll talk about it next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit some slowdown due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of southbound 315 after westbound 670. Emergency crews are on scene there. We also have an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 670 at International Gateway. Police are on scene, and you can expect a 15-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side from Livingston Avenue to 270. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline Instant Oil Change wants you to breathe out your oil change anxiety and breathe in automotive peace. Visit them today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU. BMIFCU.org/Visa.
QC Kinetics not only has the latest non-invasive treatments for joint pain relief, but they also have one of the most respected names in sports medicine, serving as their medical director. That's Dr. Ray Tesner.
As the founder of Sports Medicine Grant and a classically trained orthopedic surgeon, it's exciting to be involved with the latest advances in regenerative medicine and QC Kinetics.
Well, QC Kinetics is making a huge difference in the quality of my life and others as well.
As folks already know, Bobby Carpenter and Sat Sullinger are sports legends in Columbus. QC Kinetics has already made a big difference in their lives, and also for Bobby's father, Rob Carpenter, a 10-year NFL veteran.
And the QC Kinetics team are seasoned medical professionals.
One of the cool things about being the medical director of QC Kinetics is the privilege I have of working with our staff, who have 15 years of experience in regenerative medicine.
You could be next. Go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus and call QC Kinetics today for your complete complimentary consultation, 380-208-4544.
In his campaign ads, Sherrod Brown thinks everything's pretty funny. But it's not when you look at his voting record. Brown voted to allow transgender biological males to compete in girls' sports. Unfair and dangerous. Brown introduced a bill letting transgender biological men into girls' locker rooms and girls' bathrooms. That's just not right. And Brown supported allowing puberty blockers and sex change surgery for children. Migrants are flooding into Ohio, but Brown voted for government handouts to illegal immigrants and voted 10 times to protect sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegal immigrant criminals onto Ohio's streets. Sorry, Sherrod, your seriously bad votes are no joke. And Ohio doesn't think it's funny. Sherrod Brown has let us down. He's way too liberal for Ohio. Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
The Buckeye Show.
Yes, the CJ rookie cards are going like crazy. He's single-handedly saved Panini's football products for 2023.
The Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light and sponsored by CareSource.
Weeknights at 6 on The Fan.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just a slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 2 trips to a Buckeye postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Direct auto insurance is for uncompromisers. Like Matt. When his old car insurance got so expensive, do you think he walked until his sneakers wore out? No, because he found savings with Direct Auto so he could drive instead of compromise. With savings of up to 25% on state minimum coverage, you too can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com or a store near you. Savings vary, terms apply. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Saturday is game day on The Fan.
Sponsored by Riker Ford.
Every game, every season, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan. Highly medicated, barely educated. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Tuesday. It's Game Show Tuesday coming up at 5:34. What's the game this week, Bone?
Today we're going to do Panda Bear Trivia. I'm going to show you how stupid they are.
Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. Morning Juice.
What do we have?
Morning Juice, 8:05. Dean Evison, Jackets head coach, will join the program. They're getting ready to open up the season on Thursday night in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Rothman and Ice, you can hear them 12 to 3. At 12:33, Adam Schefter. He'll be grumpy, and he'll be there. Also at 1:03 tomorrow, Hockey and Hounds with Zach Werenski.
There you go. Getting close to season starting up, like you said, so lots more hockey guests. That's good.
And then tomorrow on this show, Wildcard Wednesday, and Jeff Rimmer for name dropping.
Yeah, perfect.
I looked at the Blue Jackets opening day roster.
Okay.
They released it today, and it is rough.
Well, hey, man, that's where you're at right now with this franchise. Obviously, we know about the tragic situation that happened this offseason with Johnny Gaudreau, but even if that had not occurred, this was not going to be a roster that was going to be very strong. That's obviously not the most important thing there, but as we talk about hockey, like, yeah, the reality is you lost two tremendous talents off this roster when fully healthy and available for obviously a horrible reason in one of them. This is going to be a rough season, man. I don't know how to slice it other than I can see this being a season where everyone's just kind of recovering, from all this off-season stuff.
The good news is that, this team has more veterans on it than I can remember in quite a while.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
The professionalism should be there. The night in, night out should be there. And then we get a chance to see, some of the young guys flourish if they can. Does Fantilli take that next step and become a superstar? Yeah, like Cole Sillinger, Kent Johnson. Do they flourish?
Chinikov, right? You got a good young core here. I mean, you there's talented guys that need to now become the stars, and start to become that.
Yes, that's right.
That core that then in 2 or 3 years, as you get this roster sorted out. I'm not saying it takes 2 or 3 years to compete. Far from it. But what I'm saying is, if this year is a year where you lean on those younger guys, you get some professionalism from the veterans that are here, and you hopefully, put together a nice season. The high end hope for this team is what? Maybe have a very outside chance to compete at a playoff spot, just like any team in the NHL, because so many teams get in, and then you go from there. But the realistic, angle to this is that this team needs to show that they can consistently do something well. They need to show that they are a very good team, either on power play or penalty kill, or God forbid, both. They need to have an identity that starts to form around some of these key young players, and then you go from there in this offseason and let the new brain trust that's here build this team at the trade deadline, in the offseason, and then hopefully continue to grow it.
James Franklin, Penn State head coach, was bitching and moaning about travel out west. And when I first saw the headline, it's like, all right, dude, all these teams have to travel. Rutgers has to travel to go out to UCLA. I got it, cry me a river. But as I read his quotes, he actually made a little bit of sense, to me at least. Buckeyes have to go to Oregon. That's a trip of more than 2,000 miles, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But the Buckeyes will get on their private charter at the OSU airport and fly right out.
Sure.
And it'll be a long flight in the air. They got to deal with all the time zone changes. That's no different. But the actual getting on the plane, getting up in the air, not a problem. James Franklin says we're the only school in the Big Ten that doesn't have an airport with a runway long enough to get a plane that'll go 2,000 miles without stopping and refueling someplace. So what I have to do is I got to put my entire team on a bus to Harrisburg, and they got to drive 100 miles before they get on the plane.
Right.
So I think we got to figure out logistically, if you want to do this, if you want to be the school that travels, and I guess we do because we're taking the TV money, perhaps we can look at the infrastructure of the Penn State airport and make some improvements there so we can get a bigger plane.
Yeah, I guess I understand what he's saying, and he's not wrong from a distance standpoint that they have to take an hour plus bus ride to get
somewhere.
It's
100 miles.
Okay, it's 100
miles to go to Harrisburg.
Yeah, I'm guessing, too, they're not flying at 65, 70 all the way through those roads, knowing that area of the country. It's very hilly where Penn State is and obviously where Harrisburg is. But I would say there are probably a few teams in the Big Ten, not knowing everyone's geography that well. Like, how far outside, I mean, not outside of Chicago, but the airport that Northwestern has to go to, like if they take Midway or O'Hare or whatever, functionally, how long would they be in a bus to get to their airport? You know what I mean? I don't know if they have an airport on campus that could sustain a long flight like that. I would assume they fly out of one of the major airports.
They probably fly out of O'Hare or Midway or something.
What would that take to get there? When you're talking real time with traffic and everything else?
40 minutes.
Okay. So you're talking, like probably a solid, hour of round trip there. What would it take for Rutgers to get to an airport that's of the same size? Probably similar type of thing. What I'm getting to is I think he's got an issue. I think he's got a valid concern from a distance standpoint. Functionally, having your team on a bus an hour and a half, for that flight, I don't know that that's that big of a disadvantage compared to everybody else. The issue becomes these schools are all going to have to change how they operate, right? You're going to have to be used to getting on flights, and taking a much longer time to do it, preparing your players like Ohio State is with staying on East Coast time. The NFL does this. How many times have we seen the Niners stay in like the Youngstown area? Remember that? Because Carmen Policy, going back to that situation where Carmen Policy, their family is from there, and they would, after they would play like the Browns or somebody, if they had another East Coast game, they'd stay in Youngstown for a week.
They still do that.
Yeah. And that's like, I'm just saying that's a thing NFL teams have had to acclimate to, that now you're going to have to see college athletes have to do it. And it's going to be tough. But James Franklin's point, you're in state college. I don't know how soon can you update an airport? Can you pour
some concrete, baby?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Let's go. The runway needs to be longer.
If I were all the other schools in the Big Ten, I would be printing those comments, getting the graphics made, and then sending them to all the recruits we're competing with Penn State with, to be like, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Like James Franklin said, do you want to sit on a bus for an hour to fly to drive to Harrisburg to then get on a plane? Why don't you come here where we have actual airports near our location? You can come play here.
Bone and I are going to take credit for something coming up now. I don't want to brag, but you and I single-handedly put this city on the map. And I'm going to tell you how. Coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Traffic is moving a little slowly on westbound 70 on the west side between West Broad Street and Fisher Road. And we've got a couple-minute delay if you're on northbound 71 on the north side from Hudson Street to Cook Road. This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. If your supply chain demands a flexible workforce, hire with Express Employment Professionals. With contract and full-time workers from Express Employment, you get the staff you need and manage contingent labor costs. Learn more at ExpressPros.com. That's ExpressPros.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roof Revivers. Whether you need a quick repair or a full replacement, Roof Revivers has you covered. Visit roofrevivers.com today. Roof Revivers. We fix leaky roofs.
Hey guys, it's Anthony Rothman. If you're feeling at a loss for energy or just not upbeat like you used to be, it could be low testosterone. That's right, it affects our moods. Testosterone therapy, or TRT, can help you get back to your best. But guys have different T levels, so don't go for a standard dosage plan. Look for TRT with an optimized personal treatment plan like you'll get with the experts at Low T Center. Do it now. Go to lowtcenter.com and book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. Where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. Fall is here. It's the perfect time to replace those old, drafty windows before the cold sets in. As temperatures drop, you don't want to be stuck with windows that make your heating system work overtime, because that will cost you money. My guys at Universal Windows Direct back everything up with a true lifetime warranty as long as you own the home, and a 20-year warranty to the next homeowner. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. Restrictions apply, because they always do. Call them today, 614-502-5220, or go to uwd.com.
At Baths R Us, we're terrible roofers. We stink at installing siding. And don't ever call us for your kitchen remodel. But if you want a stunning, beautiful bathroom makeover in just 2 or 3 days, now that's when you want to call us. See, unlike most contractors these days, we offer only one service: bathroom remodeling. We don't spread ourselves thin by doing roofing or siding and a bunch of other stuff. Nope. At Baths R Us, we dedicate every company resource into mastering the craft of bath transformation transformations. It's why we're the Midwest's biggest 5-star family-owned bathroom company. And it's why we have the happiest customers. Just check out our Google reviews. Baths Are Us. We're terrible roofers, but we're awesome bathroom remodelers. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. Baths Are Us, where dreams soak in.
There isn't a day that goes by that I don't appreciate what Awaken 180 has done for me. Scotty Vegas here, and since I started Awaken 180 in January, I lost and have kept off over 40 pounds. I hadn't been under 200 pounds since high school. Now I've been under 200 pounds for 5 straight months. My coach Patrick and I were laughing this week as I was telling him now in my tennis matches, instead of trying to play quick points, I have the energy to play long points and wait for my opponent to tire out. My metabolism is working the way it should now that I'm at my ideal weight. After you reach your ideal weight, Awaken 180 provides the free support for life. If you are ready to make the change and only do it once, do it. Call the long-term solution for weight loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss. 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keel, second-ranked Ohio State on the practice field this afternoon, getting ready for Saturday's game at number 3 Oregon. Head coach Ryan Day, at his weekly press conference today, talked about his concerns with the Oregon offense.
Well, they get the ball out quick, and Gabriel's very accurate, and they have really good playmakers out in space, and they make you defend the field from sideline to sideline, and then they take their shot. So they play very, very fast, and so you got to be on your game.
The National Hockey League season is underway with 3 regular season games, 1 underway right now. First period at Seattle, the Kraken and St. Louis scoreless. Later, Boston at Florida and Utah. Host Chicago. Baseball playoffs, National League Divisional Series resume this evening. Mets host Philadelphia, the Dodgers and San Diego. Each of those series tied at 1. This update brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, where you can be thankful for dropping 30 or more pounds by Thanksgiving. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter.
Chubby time!
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Common Man and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. Happy Tuesday. Remember that new lawsuit filed against Deshaun Watson? Talked about it about a month ago.
Was it even a month ago? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
A few weeks back, whatever
it came out very quickly, yeah.
Right. Well, both parties say it's been settled.
Okay.
/ he paid her money.
Presumably.
Well, I would assume so.
I mean,
right?
the details are obviously confidential, but that's probably how that goes away. You're exactly right.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to take credit for something.
All right.
You and I are stupid people, all right? But we do, on occasion, even if it's not intentional, set the trends locally here in town.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about food on this show. We talk a lot about pizza on this show because really it's the most perfect food ever invented by God.
This is one of the things that you and I, going back to our first meeting, I think the first time I met you, talked about pizza and commiserated on how great pizza is.
And yes, I did say invented by God because if such a person does exist, his favorite or her favorite food would be pizza.
It would have to be pizza.
So I saw this today on 614now.com. Columbus came out among the top most pizza-obsessed cities in the world.
I don't doubt this.
There is a food industry publication called Chef's Pencil.
Good thing it's not Chef's Pen.
Chef's Pencil.
The pen is mighty.
Scoured
right?
international Google Trends and 50 top pizza, International Pizza Guide and magazine based in Italy to find the most pizza-obsessed cities. So when you think about pizza, you think about places like Chicago.
Absolutely.
Right? You think about maybe Rome.
Well,
Milan.
You probably think of New York.
In Italy.
Sorry.
However, Columbus, Ohio ranks 4th in the world.
There we go. That's right.
4th in the world. Of all the cities in the world, Philly took the number 1 ranking.
Okay. Wouldn't have expected a Philly. I know that I have a lot of love for the New Jersey people. I have family there. I know that area loves its pizza too. Philly, New Jersey, right next to each other, that part of the country, very pizza obsessed. I understand. I just wouldn't have thought they would be number one.
They are measuring, pizza places per capita. They're also measuring Google searches. And you can't tell me with the amount of pizza we talk about on this show. We see it. I see it on the burner phone. I have pizza owners and operators contacting me saying every single time you guys spend a significant portion of the show talking about pizza, my sales go up 120% because you wet the whistle. People are searching for pizzas.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. And by the way, we're happy to carry that banner for the city of Columbus. If anything you learn about this show, I would love it if people described our show like, what's that show about? What do they talk about? Some people say, oh, they talk about sports. Nah, not really. They talk about food. Yes, generally. But if you said that show loves pizza.
That's a pizza
show. That's the only thing I know is they love pizza. I don't know anything else about them. I know they love pizza. I will consider us to have been successes at what we're doing here.
I like all sorts of things. You were talking about burgers. I love burgers.
Burgers are great.
Right. I love snack foods. I love it all. Ice cream, cake. I'm a fan of food. However, pizza's our wheelhouse. I think, and I don't want to do anything extracurricular. You yell at me all the time. We should try on this show to put together a pizza fest.
I'm with you on this. I would love to see that happen. I know we already have a pizza fest here in town.
I know there are other pizza fests, but who's to say that we can't do one that's bigger and better?
I like it. I like it a lot. I am. You say the words, and I get it going. Max here. She's got experience with festivals. She's done festival planning.
That's just what she wants, more work added onto her schedule.
All right. We hire enough people to actually run the radio station.
Well, that's not going to happen.
And then Max can have some free time to help us make a pizza fest happen. I say we go for that.
Teddy, I look at you. You're the voice of reason on this show. Should we do a pizza fest?
Absolutely. I'm all in on this. I love my pizza fest.
Yeah. I don't know how it looks yet, but we got to find a way to make that happen.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do we limit this to only like Columbus style pizzas, or do we open it up to everything?
I don't know. I mean, we're literally fleshing this out on the air. For me, I like the idea that if you are a place that is based in Columbus that makes pizza, you're welcome to bring your wares.
No matter what style.
No, because I know there will be a lot of Columbus style pizza. That is my preferred style. But if someone makes a killer Neapolitan or something and they want to bring that and they are from Columbus and this is their Columbus business, then great. And yeah, you know what? If there's places like Donato's wants to start, well, they started in Columbus. So great. You can bring yours if you want to. But I don't know, if you're Pizza Hut, I'm probably not inviting you to our Pizza Fest, because you didn't start here, to my knowledge. I don't think they did.
Pizza Hut?
No, I'm sure they didn't. I'm saying...
Was it Wichita? Is that where they were?
Is that where they are? I don't know.
Somewhere out there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I want it to be mostly people who are, making pizzas here locally. And if they've expanded past here, then great. But I think if we do a pizza fest like that, I would want it to be only Columbus places or places that started in Columbus.
Domino's, Ann Arbor.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. Ann Arbor.
I knew Dave Brandon, former Michigan AD, took over Domino's and I don't think he did a good job, if I'm not mistaken. He was bad.
They're doing fine now.
They're doing great now.
At one point, they were in bankruptcy. I don't know if he put them in bankruptcy
I believe
or he helped them out of it.
He was hired to guide them through bankruptcy. Because when you want someone who knows how to guide you through failure, you look to Dave Brandon.
Papa John's. Louisville.
I know that.
We'll get Papa John.
No, we won't.
Yes, he can be the keynote speaker.
We won't.
He can talk about all the shape-shifting lizard people and drop the N-word.
No, we won't have him.
We'll make news.
We won't have a pizza fest. It won't happen. It'll be done. I say Columbus places, we find a place, you bring your wares, we do a flat fee, people pay some money and they get a wristband and they go eat pizza. And then at the end, and then you vote, obviously, and there's a limit probably on how much you can eat.
I don't know if I want to do. Do we have to have a vote? Do we have to have a winner?
You're right.
Can we
that's
just
fair.
not go in and enjoy the pizzas?
Hey, listen, man, I'm with you.
I don't want to have these guys to compete for something.
I've always said, why can't we just appreciate college football for what it is? Why do we have to rank these teams? Let's just let them all have fun. Let's enjoy it.
Stop it. making a food product.
You know what's going to happen is people are going to say, well, who was the best? And people will start.
What I'm saying is, though,
I know what you're saying. It's art.
You can't compare.
You're trying to make food.
Like a thin crust pepperoni slice from a place like Torita's or Minelli's with, Paulie G shows up with a square slice or a Neapolitan pizza.
Absolutely. They're different things.
They're different things. That's exactly right.
Well, you know what they do for like beer and spirits and those? They all do like best American lager, best, brown ale, best whatever, IPA. We could do that where we could have best Columbus style. And then you, as a business, you say, hey,
they decide where they want to enter.
Here's our pizza. If you want to vote on this style of pizza, we're in that category. And then you go from there.
All right, if we're going to judge them, we're going to have like winners in different categories. We need to give them something cool if they win. Like a cool looking trophy that they would be proudly displaying in their establishment. And I'm thinking Dildaruni.
Oh, yeah. Proud.
Yes.
Like
look at it. Yeah. Our pizza's so good, it'll make your hoo-ha do
you know
that.
What? Actually,
look at it.
Well, they all have pizza ovens, right? They all have a big metal handle on the pizza oven to pull the door open. That's the new handle we give you. It's just it's that shape. And then we get that made. It fits on your oven, and then that's the door handle.
All kidding aside, we're not going to give you a Dildaruni.
Maybe.
Because we want you to display it in the shop. What about like a gold pizza cutter?
Oh, there you go. That's good.
We can put that on a plaque.
I like that.
And engrave it.
Yes. Get Damascus steel to make it. Yes. High end.
And now I'm all excited about this.
I know.
And I'm going to talk to you in 2 weeks about it. I'm going to be pissed off that I ever agreed to do it. But right now I'm excited about it.
This is what we found out happens here, folks, is we'll have a nice idea that we both find to be agreeable, and then all the suits get involved, and 2 weeks later we're in meetings where we both are just like, can we quit? Can we quit our jobs?
And tickets are like $100.
No, I'm not doing that crap.
We're not doing that crap this
it's
time.
Just something for charity. Yeah.
No,
I'm not doing that crap.
We'll find a way.
And look, I don't want, because I know sales will get involved and we get sponsors, right? That's how we make money on events.
This is what happens every time. We talk to our salespeople, and again, they mean well, but we will tell them like, hey, you can have anything else sponsor this than pizza. Don't have a pizza sponsor.
Domino's Pizza presents.
Right? And they'll come back and be like,
Pizzafest.
They'll come back with like, Pizza Hut said they want to sponsor, and we'll go, guys,
no.
We said not a pizza sponsor. Like literally, you can have a plumber sponsor it. You can have anybody sponsor it. Anyone can be a sponsor, just not pizza places, because we don't want that to look like we're favoring any one pizza place.
All right, here's another question.
We have to make it happen.
Are we thinking big enough? Do we open it up to any pizza establishment? I mean, obviously they have to pre-register with us. We have to approve it in the state of Ohio, or is it just in the region?
I say we start Central Ohio, but you're right.
Because I know there's a lot of places in Cleveland, Cincinnati that would come down here for this.
We'll give you a heads up. Open a place down here. Get in. You good? You
pop-up store, right?
Yeah, you make a good pie, then come down here once a week and serve it out of a storefront.
It's a shell corporation where you go to the address and it's just a vacant building.
Yeah. Right, they're getting it under like a technicality, like when someone buys a vacation property in a city they don't live in so they can run for mayor. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
All right, NHL season is starting up tonight. For real.
Yeah.
Not this Prague crap that we had last week. For real.
It's underway right now.
It's happening.
It is?
Yeah. It's all happening.
It started already?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should check out the prep. I mean, it's right there.
It's right there in the prep. That's what I say, Ted, every time. It's right there in the prep.
Let's see.
What's cracking, baby?
4:30.
What's cracking, baby?
The Seattle Kraken have opening day on a Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. local time.
Yeah.
That scratches me where I itch, baby.
Absolutely. And you know what? I bet it's packed.
Oh,
knowing that city, I bet it's packed.
Are you kidding? It's opening day.
They're there.
I will talk about how wonderful this is coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 15-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the right lane. If you're on northbound 270, on that east outer belt before I-70, it is stop and go from 33. And we also have a 5-minute delay on eastbound 33 between Refugee Road and Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Fox Tonight is so good, it's criminal. Starting with a new episode of Fox's must-watch mystery series. I'm gonna kill you! Murder in a Small Town. Then, how does the defendant plead? It's the season premiere of the critically acclaimed drama, Accused.
Do you have any idea what this has cost me?
Featuring extraordinary guest stars every week. Felicity Huffman, William H. Macy, and many more.
Tonight, starting at 8 on Fox 28.
With so much happening every day,
ABC6 News is on your side, helping you understand the events that impact your community.
Do you believe Columbus City Schools is in a PR crisis?
Central Ohio's most experienced team of reporters, persistent in getting answers to the questions you're asking.
Are you worried about how people are going to react?
And when you need us, ABC6 News is on your side, finding solutions.
6 on your side, they're the ones willing to answer the phone.
You can count on ABC6 News to be on your side.
Hey guys, if you've noticed a lack of energy and drive, it could be low testosterone. Don't wait. Get your levels checked by the experts at Low T Center. They have over a decade of experience helping patients. And once you're established, you'll get the convenience of physician-monitored, at-home TRT with advanced treatment that includes both lab testing and medication. Low T Center ships directly to your door. So go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Atlas Butler is built to keep you comfortable, and our plumbing services are no exception. You can rely on Atlas Butler for trusted, convenient plumbing and drain service. Our expert plumbers and drain specialists can take care of anything, from a broken water heater to a clogged drain. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown, dumb since day one. The Fan.
He's a former coach with 2 sons who played professional basketball. Satch Sullinger's a competitive individual, but his golf game was suffering because of painful joints.
Right. That's real important. The golf game. Right. As we get older, we create these bad habits because we're relegated to hit a certain way.
QC Kinetics used regenerative treatments, all natural healing properties from Satch's own body, to restore those damaged joints and get his golf game back on track.
QC Kinetics regenerative medicine is regenerating me, all natural. And that's what I'm about. I'm going to tell everybody why I'm better.
Oh, and by the way, looks like the competitive Satch is back.
We're all in the same boat, and I'm getting better, and I'm watching them stay old.
Go to QCkinetics.com. Get relief and your game back. Call for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
In his campaign ads, Sherrod Brown thinks everything's pretty funny. But it's not when you look at his voting record. Brown voted to allow transgender biological males to compete in girls' sports. Unfair and dangerous. Brown introduced a bill letting transgender biological men into girls' locker rooms and girls' bathrooms. That's just not right. And Brown supported allowing puberty blockers and sex change surgery for children. Migrants are flooding into Ohio, but Brown voted for government handouts to illegal immigrants and voted 10 times to protect sanctuary cities that release dangerous illegal immigrant criminals onto Ohio's streets. Sorry, Sherrod, your seriously bad votes are no joke. And Ohio doesn't think it's funny. Sherrod Brown has let us down. He's way too liberal for Ohio. Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Fair skies, light winds, and a perfect finish on this Tuesday with temperatures running around 70. Overnight will fall all the way back down to around 40 degrees, but after a cool start Wednesday morning, a pleasant finish. Mostly sunny skies in the afternoon with highs in the low 70s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
You know, I say this not to embarrass my wife in any way. I mean, she's married to me. She's embarrassed all the time. Let's be real.
Sure.
But, you know, we've been married for a long time. It'll be 18 years coming up. And the thing about my wife that is very unique is that there is absolutely no attempt at problem solving anything. Anything. I send her a text during the show. What do you girls want for dinner tonight? Because I'm in charge of dinner.
You're going to make dinner.
Well, either make dinner or pick something, whatever they want, right?
Yeah.
But I'm either making it or bringing it. That's my role, and I'm proud to have it. Her response is, what are my options? And I said, whatever you want. Just tell me, what do you want? I don't know what we have. Well, if only you were at home and you could open the fridge or look in the pantry like you're in the house. You know what we have. You're there.
I'm laughing because, not at her, I'm laughing because in my relationship, I am the Kristen of our relationship. I am the one who will text Melissa when she'll be upstairs, like doing something important, and I will be sitting on the couch with my phone out going, I should go to the grocery store. Oh, I have enough Cheetos in the house. I'm boned. I'm tired. And so then I'll just be like, I'm going to get Cheetos and a couple other things. And then I will text her and say, hey, do we have milk? The kids love milk. They drink milk all the time.
You're both in the same house and you're texting each other.
Well, I'll text her and be like, hey, I know you're upstairs busy. Can I? And she'll text me back and say, well, only if you were on the level where the kitchen is, you could go and look and see if we have milk or not.
Yes.
And I go, oh, yeah, that's right.
Problem solved, Bone.
Yeah,
open the door.
I know, but I'm in my head. I'm like, I'm on my phone working on a list. This is very important. I got to get my stuff done.
All right.
How dare I problem solve at a time like this?
I also want to give a shout out to one of my friends, Ashi. It's Ashi's birthday today. Happy birthday to Ashi.
How old is Ashi?
Ashi is 8.
Okay.
Ashi is 8 today.
A bus stop kid, I presume?
That is correct.
Okay.
Ashi is 8. I asked her if she thought she grew last night. She said yes, because when she went to the bathroom this morning, the toilet paper holder felt like it was in a different spot.
Oh, okay.
So she grew a little bit.
There she goes. By the way, the chat is saying that you should get pizza, YouTube chat, because we just talked pizza on the show.
I know that, but
so go get pizza. Executive decision.
I'm seeing texts come in right now. She's not listening either. This is not her responding. I don't know what we have. You do the shopping, but you're at home. Just look. I don't hide food. It's there. Whatever we have, it's there. I don't have 4 kitchens that I split my time between. It's all there.
This is so on brand for me. I feel like I would be doing this. If we do a show every day. I do this to you in the office, and then you go home, and the same thing happens at home. I'm sorry about that.
All right, North American hockey starts up today. Blues at the Kraken. That actually started at 4:30.
What do you mean North American hockey? Just so I know.
Well, because last Friday it started in Prague.
Oh, gotcha.
So the season officially started, but it was in dirty Euroville.
I thought you were saying the NHL.
No.
You know, our North American Hockey League.
In North America, the season officially starts
playing
today.
Hockey. I gotcha. I'm back with you now. Okay,
so
good.
You have the Blues at the Seattle Kraken. That game is in progress right now. I think they're at the intermission in the first period.
Not in Prague. In progress.
In progress.
Different things.
Yes. Bruins at Panthers, 7 o'clock. Panthers, of course, the champs.
Yeah.
So
that's
let them live.
Getting a highlighted, time slot there, as they should.
All these games are on ESPN. And then Blackhawks at Utah Hockey Club.
Oh, or as I like to call them, Utahkey.
At 10 o'clock tonight.
They should have called their name Utahkey.
You know what I find fun?
Not Utah Hockey, Utahkey.
and Bukkake. What I find fun is on NHL Network, when they've got the scores on the bottom of the screen. You know, they've been doing preseason games, so scores will flash on there. And it'll say, like, you know, Blackhawks versus not Utah. That would make too much sense.
Right.
What they put on the bottom of the screen is Blackhawks versus Hockey Club.
Oh, you know what? I hope they're making fun of it. I hope they are poking fun at the dumb name that they settled on, because I know they're going to change it eventually, right? Aren't they going to change it next year?
They say they are.
Come on.
But, hey, man, we need to make the United States more like Europe in every aspect of sports.
Well, then again,
that's what I'm told.
What did we call the Washington? Didn't we call it Washington football
team? And there are some fans that want to change it back from Commanders to football team.
You can't do that. You got Commanders now. You got Jaden Danielson too out there making it brain. Let's go. You gotta embrace the identity you've created now.
Timmy's excited.
He should be.
He's excited. I mean, he's taking it to the next level. I mean, he's doing Native American chops and painting his face red.
No, don't do that. He didn't look like he was doing that today.
No.
Saw him. He was very, very.
You see him
tasteful.
today?
Yeah, I saw him today. He's wearing his leather jacket and his hair slicked back.
He went out to the Woody today.
Yeah,
so
dressed up.
He decided to dress like Nicolas Cage in Peggy Sue Got Married.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Nothing?
I think, sure, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Teddy, you've seen that movie. Come on.
Yeah, I have seen it, yes. So, yeah, nice joke.
Like a
proud of you. What do you want? What do you want?
That is the most biting commentary you can ever give to someone trying to make a joke. It's like, yeah, I got it.
I just love how,
I did get it. I just didn't laugh at it. I understood the reference.
We got a guy at noon who sits down. His entire show is, remember that scene, that movie I've never seen before?
Yeah.
I make one Peggy Sue reference, and you look at me like I got 5 heads.
I've never seen Peggy Sue in my life. Who is she?
Kathleen Turner.
Oh, good for her. Let her live.
Alive?
Yes.
Kathleen Turner?
Yeah, she's alive.
She's on... Am I wrong? Isn't she on...
yeah, she is.
The show we can't say the name of, Ted?
Why? Why can't we say the name of it?
Blank Creek? Is that... No. That's Catherine O'Hara. That's a different person.
No, that's a different person
that's
entirely.
Different.
Who's Kathleen Turner?
You
what
know
are we
her.
About?
She's got mannish energy.
Yeah.
Mannish energy?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
She's 70.
Oh,
and
so
alive.
she's still alive.
She's still alive. Yeah.
I got very confused.
Yikes.
She was in Romancing the Stone.
Oh, good. Another one I haven't seen. Thanks, Ted.
Michael Douglas.
I am aware of the movie. I just haven't seen it.
Teddy.
By choice. I'm anti-Romancing the Stone.
Teddy, have you seen Kathleen Turner recently?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen her like 10 years ago, and it's the same thing. Yes.
Okay. Well,
let her live.
Some of these look doctored. I just want to say that. Some of them look doctored.
I don't know.
Some of them do not.
What type of doctor do we talk? Like Wayne Rooney doctored?
Yeah, right. Some of them are not doctored, though, to your point. Okay.
By the way, Romancing the Stone, no joke. That's a running gag in my house as a kid because my mom would forget that she'd buy that movie on VHS every year.
Really?
And so she would buy, we had like 7 copies in the house. She'd forget, and she'd see it like in the discount bin at Walmart.
Yeah.
And she's like, I like this movie. And she'd pick it up. Mom, you bought it 6 times.
We have it.
Can we get Jewel of the Nile? Come on.
We don't watch it. That's right, Ted. There you go.
Let's buy Body Heat instead.
Yeah.
Even better. Yeah.
Let's buy Wild Things.
Well, she's not in Wild Things.
Doesn't matter. I just want you to buy that movie for me.
I'm going to do it to you. That's Kathleen Turner.
I gotcha.
In her version of Wild Things.
Okay. Gotcha.
Bend over. By the way, I introduced my daughter to Phil McCracken and his friend Ben Dover this weekend.
Yes,
she thought that was very
I'm sure
funny.
that's gone over very well.
Yeah, she thought that was very
Those
funny.
are the names that will live forever.
Mm-hmm.
People hundreds of years from now will still be making Phil McCracken and Ben Dover jokes.
Mm-hmm. Game show coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should watch out for an accident if you're on West Mound Street between I-70 and South Glenwood Avenue. That's causing some holdup. And you're going to run into a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart. Tough roads demand tougher protection. Shield your vehicle's underside with genuine Z-Bart undercoating from $2.99 and fortify your truck bed against scratches, impacts, and dents with Rhino Lining Spray-On Bed Liner starting at $4.99. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
I'll be honest, I'm really worried about my kids and grandkids. I never thought we'd be facing a national abortion ban in this country.
That's Kim. She lives in Cincinnati and is a grandma to 6.
If something happened to my family, I'd want them to have all the help they need. But with a national ban, they'll have nowhere to turn.
Bernie Moreno supports a national abortion ban, and he has said he is 100% against abortion with no exceptions. And if Moreno's in the Senate, he could be the deciding vote to pass a national abortion ban.
Last year, we voted to protect abortion in Ohio. Now, Bernie Moreno wants to get rid of that completely. It's simple. I don't trust Bernie Moreno to do what's right for my family. He should never be Ohio's senator.
Your Community PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising, paid for by Your Community PAC, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Learn more at yourcommunitypac.org.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just a slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
Rise and shine, jabronis.
What a show this morning.
There's only one place where Buckeye legends lay the smackdown. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Give me a juice box,
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Columbus, the wait is over. Blue Jackets hockey is back. Come feel the boom all season long. Be here Tuesday, October 15th for the home opener, presented by Nationwide. Get your tickets today at bluejackets.com.
The fall holiday weekend is just around the corner. It's the perfect time to dare to compare at Bob's Discount Furniture. You've seen the action. You've felt the suspense. You've saved hundreds, even thousands of dollars on highly rated furniture, mattresses, and more. America loves it so much that Bob's is opening 2 new stores on October 11th, just in time for the holiday weekend. See how much you can save when you dare to compare in store or at mybobs.com.
Question for you. Would you rather pay $150 a month or $15 a month to work out with the same high-quality gym equipment? At Planet Fitness, you can get top-tier equipment for $15 a month. Plus, save $28 or more when you join now during our Strong Choice sale. Our weights weigh the same, you just don't pay the same. Enjoy free fitness training and 24-hour access at most clubs, all in the judgment-free zone. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. See club for details.
Bo Bishop here for my friends at Diamond Cellar. Ready to pop the question but don't know where to start? Visit Diamond Cellar's After Hours on October 17th for a night out with a DJ, drinks, and exclusive discounts on engagement rings and a chance to win OSU or CBJ tickets. Diamond Cellar's After Hours event October 17th on Sawmill Road.
Connection, opportunity, possibility. It's what we all want. Spectrum has built a world where anything is possible, with products and services designed to work better together for a seamless connectivity experience. A connection to family and friends, a connection to education, and a connection to new opportunities. So there's no limit to how big we can dream. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact, every bite is better with Pepsi.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two.
Oh, yes.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Tuesday. So glad you're here. Tell a friend. Tell them how stupid we are.
Mike, we've been having a conversation about pizza. Columbus is one of the top pizza-interested cities in the world.
Number 4 in the world.
Yeah, we love our pizza here. And the YouTube chat, which, of course, you can watch us on YouTube. We stream live all of our shows every day. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, and you will find us there. But Mike is in the YouTube chat, Mike Reed. And he said, serious question, how come there aren't a ton of Amish pizzas? I presume he means pizzerias. Think of the ingredients, all produced in quantity by the Amish. That's an interesting point.
And because the Amish love to bake.
Well, that's what right. Like they bake often. There is if you don't want to use electricity, you can still have a pizzeria because you can do wood-fired, coal-fired. You can just bring that in and, get the fire going that way to bake and all that.
I guess because it's not. I talk about pizza being the quintessential American food now. But is it too ethnic for the Amish? Like when you think of Amish food, they've cornered the market on like roasted chicken and pot roast and meatloaf, crap like that. And I enjoy all that stuff too, but it's all very, home, stick to your ribs.
Here's what I know. Like I have family that lives up in Kidron, and when we go to visit them, there's a pizza place in town, just like any small town in Ohio is going to have a pizza place. And I have seen people who appear to be Amish walking to what appears to be a buggy pulled by what appears to be a horse, going presumably back to their Amish farm with pizza. So I'm saying, why not make pizza?
Maybe when they show up, they're shunned.
Oh, maybe.
You showed up with one of them devil pies. What?
I don't know if the Amish have like a hillbilly accent. But
in my mind, they do.
Okay.
Jebediah's got a devil pie.
I actually really want to watch this movie, whatever you're building there.
Yeah.
I like it. That's great.
We don't fraternize with the devil. Now, excuse me, I got to get back to the puppy mill.
We don't like things that are evil, like your round circular disc of cheese and sauce, you heathen. Now, excuse me, I have to manipulate these puppies so that we can sell them for profit. All right, Mike, it's Panda Trivia. Pandas are dumb. They're surprised.
I didn't know you felt this way about pandas.
I don't understand why we work so hard to keep them going. I know why, because they're cute to look at. That's the only reason why. But you know what? We got other animals that are not cute to look at, and they're going away left and right. So I'm just saying, let's protect all the animals. Pandas, you've gotten a lot of help. You're fine.
All right, let's get to the questions. Come on.
First up, how much do pandas eat in a day? Over or under 50 pounds of bamboo?
That sounds like a lot of food.
That's a lot of food.
50 pounds?
Over or under 50 pounds of bamboo?
I mean, it sounds excessive, but considering you're giving me this question, I'm going to say over.
You are correct. They need to survive between 70 and 100 pounds of bamboo in a day.
Is that all they eat, bamboo?
Yeah. I mean, they can eat other things. They actually...
Pizza?
Well, hold on. Here's the thing about pandas. They... eat. Well, you know what? Why am I giving you the answers to questions? Next up, are pandas prodigious poopers? Yes or no?
Prodigious poopers?
Do they poop a lot?
Well, I mean, they're eating 50 pounds a day.
Yes.
How do they not poop a lot?
They're eating more than that. They're eating 70 to 100 pounds a day.
Yes, pooping.
Yes. Their digestive tract has a lot of carnivorous characteristics, which means they have mouths that could eat meat, but they choose not to. They eat bamboo. Their ability to digest bamboo is less than 20%. So, in order to keep up their energy, they have to eat that bamboo and poo all day. They poo between every 15 and 20 minutes all day.
This is Torg.
Pandas.
Hey, dude.
Do you know how much pandas weigh?
You got bamboo.
Do you know how much like a regular sized panda weighs?
No.
Less than 100 pounds.
Yeah, they're not that big.
So if they're eating 100 pounds of food a day and they don't even weigh 100 pounds, most of it's not going into their body. It's going right through them.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense from a nature standpoint.
They're dumb animals, and I don't know why we're protecting them.
All right.
All right, next up.
I'm on your side.
Are pandas dangerous to humans, or are they sweet and cuddly and they'd never hurt you?
No, I bet you a panda would rip your face off.
Yeah, they are dangerous to humans. That's right. Like any bear, they could potentially harm you if you came into contact with them. Their jaws have a bite strength similar to a lion. And yet, they eat bamboo.
Lion.
Yes, they could
I gotta take a crap, dude.
They could snap your arm off if they wanted to. Is it a good thing when a panda has twins? Yes or no?
I mean, I'm guessing no?
No. It's a bad thing.
Do they kill one of the twins?
Well, not quite. Wild pandas usually just have one cub because when they have a twin, unfortunately, here's what happens. The panda mom has to decide which baby panda is going to be stronger and then takes that one with her.
Nice.
Because she has to eat so much food to survive and then has to get the milk for the baby.
You know what?
It only makes one baby's worth
nature,
of milk.
Baby. That makes perfect sense to me. As a matter of fact, Samantha was a twin. We just left the other one at the hospital.
I see. The cubs don't eat bamboo until they're 12 months of age, so mom's got to feed the baby for 12 months, and she's like, I can't do two of you.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
they say it's not good. So
Get
the
out
other
of
one's
here.
left to fend for its own. Next up, giant pandas, which are just pandas. There's no other type of animal they're all pandas. There's only one panda. They notoriously struggle with providing offspring. Is that because pandas are naturally repulsed by each other and rarely interact in the wild?
Yes?
No.
Oh.
Giant pandas, this is real. They are fertile for less than 3 days out of each year.
Really?
That's it.
How do they know?
Scientists have developed methods when they're in captivity to figure it out. But you know, we hear all those stories all the time. We're like, yeah, they put the pandas together and for 3 years, they couldn't get them to mate and make a baby. And it's like, it's not because the pandas don't want to do the thing. It's because there's only a small window. And if that day everyone's
They
like,
can
yeah, no thanks.
Screw 662 times.
Right. And it wouldn't do anything.
Wouldn't do anything.
No. So this is the problem with the pandas, again, is it's very difficult for them to have a kid.
All right.
When they do have a kid, they can only have one because they
Seems
have
like
two.
a pretty worthless species that nature is trying to tell us should not belong.
Yes, that's right. Do pandas hibernate like other bears? They're a bear. Do they hibernate like other bears?
I'm guessing no, because they don't live in a place where they would have to deal with a cold climate.
They do live in the mountains, but they do not hibernate.
Okay, well, I was right, but wrong.
Well, here's why. Because their inefficient digestive system, because they refuse to eat anything other than bamboo, which their body apparently doesn't really like, but that's all they want to eat. They can't sleep. They can't hibernate. They can't store enough fat to last through the winter.
I see.
So they just move down to a warmer area, keep eating their food. They eat bamboo 12 to 14 hours a day. And like I said, they're pooping every 15 minutes. They're going to the, crapper.
Tyvus, how many times a day do you poop?
On average.
So this is very interesting because I'm not a big pooper, so I go like days before. I go like maybe 2 or 3 days before I go.
Hey, you know what? Pandas poop every 15 minutes?
Yeah, pandas poop every 15 minutes, Tyvus.
It's something that I need to work on because they say to be healthy, you're supposed to do it once a day. I literally go like 3 days before I do it. I had a real nice one this morning, though. I'll tell you that.
I'm done with the panda conversation. Let's have a Tyvus conversation. Let's talk a little bit more about what's going on over
Need some fiber.
It's normal. Listen, it's totally normal to wait 3 days.
I have read that you can go like 3 times a day and that's normal, or you can go 3 days and then once. And they say that's within the realm of
Do you start
normal.
to feel it, though? Is it uncomfortable then after a couple days? You start to feel that heavy feeling down there?
No, it's not something that I think about.
Okay.
I do a lot of working out. I tell you what, some of my best ones is when I'm working out and I got to stop the workout to go handle that.
That's exactly right.
That one, it's like it rejuvenates you. Like you get inspired to go back and lift weights again.
I know what you mean. Well, you know what he means. I do exactly know what you mean. Oh, yeah. The amount of times I've been in the gym and been like, I got to stop.
Yeah, but you just stop because you don't like it, not because you have to deuce.
Well, no, I probably do have to, but my diet's different than Tyvus. I, too, eat bamboo for 12 to 14 hours a day, so it's a little
covered in tzatziki. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit a 10-minute slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 670 near 71. It is slow from 315. And you're looking at a 15-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and 17th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Norton 360. October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Boost your password security with Norton 360. Weak passwords can be targets. That's why Password Manager is included in Norton 360 to help keep you safe. Get comprehensive protection and up to 58% off at norton.com/secure. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Tire Discounters announces our latest breakthrough, TD Chat BS. This software allows us to detect untruths, deceptions, and even outright lies. Let's listen in as we call a local car dealer.
Hi, I drive your model of auto or truck. I need servicing.
Oh, that's great. You should always call the dealer for service to make sure your warranty stays intact.
Untruth.
Excuse me?
I can attend at Tire Discounters for all services, even for all manufacturers' scheduled maintenance. Warranty not affected.
But it's only us dealers who really know our own models.
Deception. Tire Discounters technicians are certified experts for all makes and models.
Okay, maybe.
How many dollars do you charge me for? As few as Tire Discounters?
We are not that much more.
Outright lie. Ending call now. Bye.
No,
Adios. Aloha. Hasta la pasta.
Right now, save up to $250 on Cooper tires, and Shocks and Struts are buy 3, get 1 free.
Join our resident gambling degenerates Steve Biddle and Scotty Vegas for On the Money, Wednesday night at 8.
Presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
All the action, none of the responsibility. The Fan.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Your small business can save big with the SACA benefit plan. 844-MEDOhio.com. That's 844-MEDOhio.com. Anthem's SACA benefit plan. 844-MEDOhio.com.
Columbus, the wait is over. Blue Jackets hockey is back. Come feel the boom all season long. Be here Tuesday, October 15th for the home opener, presented by Nationwide. Get your tickets today at bluejackets.com.
At Baths R Us, we're terrible roofers. We stink at installing siding. And don't ever call us for your kitchen remodel. But if you want a stunning, beautiful bathroom makeover in just 2 or 3 days, now that's when you want to call us. See, unlike most contractors these days, we offer only one service, bathroom remodeling. We don't spread ourselves thin by doing roofing or siding and a bunch of other stuff. Nope. At Baths R Us, we dedicate every company resource into mastering the craft of bath treatment transformations. It's why we're the Midwest's biggest 5-star family-owned bathroom company. And it's why we have the happiest customers. Just check out our Google reviews. Baths Are Us. We're terrible roofers, but we're awesome bathroom remodelers. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, loan to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. Baths Are Us, where dreams soak in.
Hey, you've reached Teresa and Benny. You know the drill.
Hey, Teresa, it's Armando from Chase. Congrats on closing. I'm sure Benny will love playing fetch in your new backyard.
Your Chase Home Lending Advisor will be there from pre-approval to closing. We're with you all the way home. Chase, make more of what's yours. Visit chase.com/home. Home lending products subject to credit and property approval. Rates and program terms subject to change. Other restrictions apply. Member FDIC. Equal housing opportunity.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Buckeyes Show coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeyes Show, your friend and mine, Timmy Hall.
Oh, you guys. What's up, my babies?
Timmy's got his
I wish you guys, if you're not
leather jacket on.
If you're not watching on the YouTube chat, I wish you could see Timmy right now because he has a nice leather jacket on. Where'd you get that leather jacket, Timmy?
Oh, a little store called This Guy Right Here.
Common Man gives him the jacket.
That was my jacket.
His jacket.
And meanwhile, Common Man is wearing aviators now to complement the leather jacket that Timmy is wearing. I guess to compete with it.
Where are your glasses? Put your glasses on. Okay. By the way, you can see all of this stupidity on the YouTube live stream, which you should be at. Look at that. That completes the look.
It does, really.
You and I are just a couple of dueling Bidens.
Let's go out. Let's go hit the town.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Oh, whatever we want.
I don't think so.
Whatever we want. We'll walk into a place.
Turned away from a lot of bars, I think is what's going to happen. They're going to see you two come and be like, no, not tonight.
South
Sorry.
High Street is in trouble tonight. Hey.
You and I, if we went out like this, people would go, what part of Eastern Europe are you from? Welcome to America.
Yeah, that's right. You would have a lot of people.
Very nice. Nice to be here.
What's coming up on the show tonight?
Oh, coming up tonight, we, of course, are cracking into Oregon week, and we got a duck killer ourselves to host the show with me tonight. Tyvis Powell is here. I'm sure he's going to have some memories about the big win he had over Oregon, and we'll start cracking into the week. Pretty interesting press conference today. I really did enjoy the Chip Kelly conversation. Obviously, a big storyline with his time out there, so we'll hear from Day. We'll hear from Chip. Pat Murphy will be in the studio later in the 7 o'clock hour. He'll try to steal the leather jacket.
He had it on before.
Yeah.
He was wearing it.
He wanted a little photo shoot. He didn't post a picture of that, did he?
I don't think so. I mean, he may have. I have him muted.
I'll post it.
Post a photo of him wearing it?
Yeah, why not? I don't care.
We should do side by side. And who wore it better?
Yeah.
There you go.
You were king.
King's better looking than me, so.
Nah, don't sell yourself short now.
Probably him.
Don't sell yourself short.
I'm not saying that I'm ugly. I'm just saying I could admit that Adam King is better looking than me.
He's also like 15 years younger than you are.
That's a good point. Let's see him have hair like this when he's 40.
Yeah.
Let's get back to that.
About.
He's got another, 12 years to go, probably?
Yeah.
Actually, I have on a good authority, he gets it grafted off his ace. And puts it on his head.
And I got to say, Timmy, I've never seen you wearing makeup. I see him, all I ever see him in is makeup. So the facial complexion, I can't tell who's got a nicer complexion right now because I'm seeing you El Natural. I'm not seeing him with like that. He's always got something on.
That's a great point, Bone. That's a great point.
You two maybe make a little good combo, though. He puts a little product in his hair.
What do you mean, combo?
You put a little product in your hair.
You saying like we're supposed to be going at it or what? What do you mean?
That's not what You know what? I'll quit while I'm ahead.
Sure thing.
Buckeyes Show, top of the hour right here on the Fan. Back page.
The back page. The back page. With Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
Well, man, apparently Hollywood, there's like 12 people that all the actors date and they just I don't know why it's like that, but it's weird. So here's the latest. Al Pacino's 30-year-old ex-girlfriend was just now. Al Pacino, by the way, I believe 87. I want to say
I'm too old. I'm too blind.
Well, here's the thing. He was seen in West Hollywood at the Chez Mia restaurant with Noor Al-Fala, who's a film producer. He was out with her earlier on Saturday afternoon. Later that evening, she was seen, Noor, out with Bill Maher. And apparently, they looked like they were having a little bit of a time. Now, it is known that she and Al Pacino had broken up, but apparently they remained friends. So there's nothing wring with, lunch with a friend.
We got a lot in common.
Yeah, sure.
That's my Al Pacino.
That's Grover.
Oh, how are you?
It's nice to see you here, Grover.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much.
It's like a combination of Al Pacino and the Queen.
Yeah, that's
merged.
Right. They were seen were Bill Maher and Noor Al-Fala at the Chateau Marmont Hotel on Sunday after midnight, but seemed composed as paparazzi caught them leaving in a sedan together. So that is, again, Al-Fala 30 previously dating 87-year-old Al Pacino, and then said, I'm sorry, I can't be with you. I got to be with a younger man. Hey, 68-year-old Bill Maher.
Should double date with Bill Belichick and
maybe
his 24-year-old.
Hi, it's Jack Nicklaus here. Give me a call.
Jack, what are you doing?
They don't call me the Golden Bear for nothing.
Jack, go home.
No, let's go to my museum on campus. We'll be left alone. No one's there.
Jack, don't be saying stuff like this when you got Barbara at home.
No,
I don't appreciate that.
I gave her an extra vitamin. She'll be down all day.
Okay. In other news, the Miami F1 track, which is located just outside the Hard Rock Casino Stadium there in Miami.
I got Hard Rock.
I got
Where are you now?
I got you. Miami. Anyway, the Miami Autodrome will have track days essentially year-round for fans who want to bring their cars out. And I'm sure you'll pay a lot of money to do this, but they're going to open it up. You want to drive on a Formula One track, which, I hate to break the illusion for you, but it was previously a parking lot. It still kind of is a parking lot, but you can pay them thousands of dollars to drive your high-priced whatever around their parking lot, which also happens to be where they drive F1 cars. But if that appeals to you, enjoy.
They'll put the cones up.
No, they'll have it all. Yeah, it'll look really nice.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Put the parking cones up.
You should have to, take that test again. Make sure you keep that license.
Is that a parking cone, or are you just happy to see me?
Oh, yeah. It's a good one. I used that line on Chichi Rodriguez back in 1962.
Rest in peace, Chichi.
Dead.
Had to make you very sad.
Yeah.
We lost him. Had that nice move where he would, do the Zorro with his putter and then sheath it. Cool guy, Chi-Chi.
I got a problem with Lee Trevino, though.
Why?
Oh, what a media whore he was.
Lee's my guy. He's an 8-time major winner.
Sell some more paste salsa.
He was good in Happy Gilmore, wasn't he, Jack?
That was supposed to be my role.
Well, Carl Weathers liked
bitter.
him more.
Still bitter,
You know
huh?
what? Carl Weathers dead.
Rest in peace, Carl.
I'm alive. He's dead.
Outliving everybody, aren't you?
Buckeye show's next. See you tomorrow. Wild Card Wednesday. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the left lane on southbound 71 on the north side at Spring Street. It is stop and go from 5th Avenue. And we also have slow traffic on northbound 270 on the East Outer Belt from Easton Way to 161. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, your pilot hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
This is a Fan Action Update.
AFC North odds. Ravens now become significant favorites to win the division at -230. Steelers are 4-1, Bengals 6-1, and the Browns are 32-1. This week's odds, the Browns are 8.5-point dogs to the Eagles. Steelers are a field goal favorite in Las Vegas. Bengals are 3.5-point favorites over the Giants, and the Ravens are a touchdown favorite over the Commanders. For your Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here for my friends at Affinity Whole Health. Affinity is the leader in testosterone and hormone replacement therapy, but they are also much more than that. They help men and women who are experiencing things like low energy, low libido, muscle loss, and weight gain. Turn it all around. You can feel amazing and live better, just like I can. It can be delivered right to your door, which is tremendous. Semaglutide for weight loss and testosterone and hormone replacement therapy for so much more. I've been a customer for years and it works. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Fox Tonight is so good, it's criminal. Starting with a new episode of Fox's must-watch mystery series.
I'm gonna kill you!
Murder in a Small Town. Then, how does the defendant plead? It's the season premiere of the critically acclaimed drama, Accused.
Do you have any idea what this has cost me?
Featuring extraordinary guest stars every week. Felicity Huffman, William H. Macy, and many more.
Tonight, starting at 8 on Fox 28.
With so much happening every day,
ABC6 News is on your side, helping you understand the events that impact your community.
Do you believe Columbus City Schools is in a PR crisis?
Central Ohio's most experienced team of reporters, persistent in getting answers to the questions you're asking.
Are you worried about how people are going to react?
And when you need us, ABC6 News is on your side, finding solutions.
6 on your side, they're the ones willing to answer the phone.
You can count on ABC6 News to be on your side.
Hello, I am a serious announcer hired to deliver a serious announcement. Get an Apex Pros winter tune-up for your furnace right now for only $29. Notice we are simply giving you the facts. Just $29 to make sure your furnace is ready for the upcoming Ohio winter. We know how you enjoy our usual fun and funny commercials. Hello? Beg pardon? Well, I see no reason to bring my mother into this. Good day to you, sir. Where was I? Oh, yes. A $29 tune-up will make sure your furnace runs safely and warmly all winter. That's serious. I'm serious. That's why we're not doing the usual that you've come to expect from Apex Pros. None of this or this nonsense. $29 for a furnace tune-up from Apex Pros. The pros who knows? Knows? Is that really how you say it? The pros who...
Apex Pros, the official plumber of the Columbus Blue Jackets. ApexPros.com.
There isn't a day that goes by that I don't appreciate what Awaken 180 has done for me. Scotty Vegas here, and since I started Awaken 180 in January, I lost and have kept off over 40 pounds. I hadn't been under 200 pounds since high school. Now I've been under 200 pounds for 5 straight months. My coach Patrick and I were laughing this week as I was telling him now in my tennis matches, instead of trying to play quick points, I have the energy to play long points and wait for my opponent to tire out. My metabolism is working the way it should now that I'm at my ideal weight. After you reach your ideal weight, Awaken 180 provides the free support for life. If you are ready to make the change and only do it once, do it. Call the long-term solution for weight loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss. 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.